Ezekiel 25:17. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity and goodwill shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
Only a Carpathian would come back to life now and choose New York. Tasty pick. Bonehead.
We were every bit the spark. We live, we breathe, we sweat, we paid the price to be the best. Never been about the boys in the office. The boys that have gone out there night in and night out, doing everything they could to be the very best at what they chose to do in their life. Those boys are here tonight.
Well, I must have been away too long because my feelings are dead. I feel no remorse.
I only am who I am because I was born that way. I have a gift, and I am trying to not be selfish about it, but to use it.
My job consists of basically masking my contempt for the assholes in charge. And at least once a day, retiring to the men's room so I can jerk off while I fantasize about a life that doesn't so closely resemble hell.
It's my house, and if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Grab a dog, and I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Go back to bed, America. Your government has figured out how it all transpired. Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again. Here you go, America. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you. You are free to do as we tell you.
Sometimes shit happens. Someone has to deal with it. And who are you going to call?
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a school night. Well, let me tell a joke.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Hit it.
Watch me! Watch me! I got it. Watch me! I got it. Hey! I got something that makes me want to shout. I got something that tells me what it's all about. I got soul, and I'm super bad. I got soul, and I'm super bad. Now I got a move that tells me what to do. Sometimes it's tears. Now I got a move that tells me what to do. Sometimes I feel so nice, I want to try myself a few. I got soul, and I'm super bad. I love to do my thing. And I don't need no one else. Sometimes I feel so nice. Good God. I jump back. I want to kiss myself. I got soul. And I'm super bad. Hey. I said I'm super bad. Fred, come on. Up and down. And round and round. Up and down. All around. Right on, people. Let it all hang out. If you don't, brothers and sisters, then got that thing. Tell me what it's all about. I got soul. And I'm super bad. Got the move that tells me what to do. Sometimes I feel so nice. I said I want to try myself with you. I got soul. And I'm super bad. Red, hit me. Up and down. And all around. Right on, people. Let all hang out. If you don't, brothers and sisters, then you won't know what it's all about. Gimme, 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 gimme. Come on. Come on, Robin. Bang. Come on, Robin. Bang. No, Robin. Robinson train, brother. Gimme.
Oh, buddies. When you hear the funk, you know Mr. Perfect's getting in that zone. It is the Ron and Fez show. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. I'm ready to do the Mr. Perfect pick here with Earl Douglas. He's 4-0, picking a lock of the week in the last 4 weeks. But then suddenly I turn around and I see a dark cloud. Fez Whatley, you're here today.
Hiya, buddies. Yes, I am here today. I am not going on that stupid Delaware gay wedding trip with Eastside Dave.
I can't believe I can't count on you to do the right thing for the team.
I said all yesterday I am not going on this trip. I am not going to be sitting in a station wagon with a bunch of redheads yelling McDonald's rule.
I feel like writing the name Judas right across your chest.
Don't.
Don't look at Earl today, okay? Because he is Mr. Perfect. You're Mr. Imperfect.
What could looking at him hurt?
It's yin and yang. Yin and... Is it yin and yang?
Yin?
I don't know, whatever the fuck it
Yeah.
is. There's two sides. And you're the bad side, Fez. Please don't look at Earl.
Fine, I won't look at Earl.
866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Hey, T-Bone, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
I need to call into my bookie for the pick. 4-0 Mr. Perfect needs to hand it out.
Don't push him, okay?
I won't.
Don't kill the golden goose. Stay back away from him. When Mr. Perfect is ready, he picks. Everyone's driving me crazy. Earl, I'm going all in, baby. I'm going all in.
It's money in the bank, baby.
All right, I love the attitude.
This would be 5 weeks in a row he
Shut
hits
up.
What?
When this bet is being discussed, and I don't mean this in a bad way.
Right?
And don't be passive-aggressive with me. This is all about Earl and nothing about you. You're supposed to be in Delaware, having a nice dinner above some chemical waste spot down along the Delaware River.
I'm sort of taking it in a bad way.
God damn. Can't believe you're here. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I was calling in to wish you good luck on your brand new show there, Ronnie, but I guess it's wrecked again.
It is wrecked again. Thank you very much for hoping for me. This was a paid day off for you.
I did not wreck a show by showing up for it.
All right, and everything in life, is wrestling and in his life, there are works and shoots. I'm telling you the truth. This is a shoot. I really wanted Fez not to be here today. And I know it doesn't make sense. It's like a magic thinking thing. I don't like to fuck with the streak. I'm putting a lot of money on this guy. He's bringing out every addictive cell in my body. All my focus right now, everything is on Earl and keeping the streak alive.
Man, I'm really starting to get my feelings hurt about this.
Good. Go cry in Delaware with duct tape over your mouth. It's not about you, Fez. It's about your aura.
I should be able to be here, and besides, I'm not a jinx.
I love you. I hate the jinx cloud that you carry around. You're just bad luck.
It's not good for my self-esteem. Not helping build my confidence one bit.
Eric, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
I just want to remind you that Mr. Perfect over there also picked the cards in the World Series.
I want to remind you, I don't have any money on that. That's another place I made a mistake thinking maybe he's just college. Now I'm thinking maybe he's everything. I might have him pick elections for me. What a World Series is going on. That game last night was phenomenal.
It was a well-pitched game, again, and then two maybe of the freakiest plays that really turn a series around.
But what excitement. I know people complain about baseball, but there's no tension in sports like there is in baseball. You are on for 9 innings in a World Series game, you look up and people cannot breathe. They cannot breathe. Now, I mentioned the Goomba fans at Shea Stadium. They pray during the game. They pray to whatever saint they believe in that week. St. Louis fans wear stupid headgear. Everywhere I look, someone has something on their head that legally cannot be called a hat.
Maybe it was always red, and they got those stupid towels, and
Cardinals painted on their faces.
I'm like, what are you doing?
You know, the face paint, it doesn't belong in a baseball game, but a hat needs to be a hat. You don't put a pumpkin on your head or a balloon and think that that's any way to leave the house. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, 2 things, guys. Earl, I'm guessing with one of the plays you're talking about, Rodney pitching the ball over the first baseman there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and number 2, man, what do you guys think of an 83 and 81 team? They're going to win this series because they have Carpenter one more time. What do you guys think of that?
All you got to do is win the series. You got to give them all the credit in the world. I mean, it's not a great team, but it's a great series.
Absolutely, and once you're there, it doesn't matter what your record is. You're there. You got to play the games.
Absolutely correct. I mean, people want to go back to that Super Bowl with the Ravens and complain about that offense. They were good enough to win. That's what you got to give them.
Win's a win.
I don't see this series going back to Detroit. It's over tonight.
Please stay out of this, Fez.
This has nothing to do with his perfect pick.
I know what it has to do with. It's you and Jeff Daniels, so that's not about sports. Did you watch the game last night?
I had it on in the background. I didn't really pay much attention to it.
The background of what? You live in a barbershop? How can something be on in the background? The TV is in the middle of your house. I've been there.
Yeah, but I had the sound down. I just really wasn't paying attention. There just wasn't anything else on, really.
Was it a picture-in-picture with gay porn in the corner? I don't even know what I'm saying.
They have that?
Seriously, I don't even know what I'm saying. I don't want to attack you, Fez.
Thank you. I wish you'd stop.
You're my buddy. You're
Yes.
my pal.
You don't want me in Delaware.
But yes, I do.
Oh.
Only, not because I don't like you. Gambling purposes. Gambling purposes. I'm going to tell you what my father told me when I was a kid. Money is the most important thing in life. Friendship isn't worth shit. And I live by that, Fez. I have to. It's a code.
I think it's time to break the cycle.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, I got to call you out on something, man. You were making fun of St. Louis fans with their funny hats and stuff.
Yeah.
The guy with the pumpkin had a Detroit Tigers symbol in the middle of it. That son of a bitch shouldn't have been in St. Louis in the first place.
You know what? Please come to Philadelphia with a fucking pumpkin head on and the other team's fucking logo. You will be crushed.
I agree.
People in St. Louis, they don't know when you're in the majority, you put the boots to that guy. I swear to God, Fezzi, I was at a game one time in Philadelphia. And it was back when, early 80s when the Phils were doing okay. There was a guy from the Dodgers wearing a Dodger shit while we're getting beat. They tried to throw him off the upper tier. A cop was holding on to this guy's leg, yelling, "Get away from him."
I would never have the nerve to show up in enemy fatigues.
I'm so fucking nervous about tomorrow. I want this to go great, Earl. Do you feel perfect?
I feel like $1 million, Ron.
Should I go all in?
Go all in, baby.
Do you know what you're picking yet, Earl?
Don't, please. I'm fucking serious, Fez. I know that this is the passive-aggressive, funny Fez. Please don't do it. And I'm asking please.
All right, I won't do it. Hey, put down the cowbell.
I don't want to do it after I hurt Dave the other day. The cowbell bit might have to be retired. But seriously.
I bruised too,
Quickly. Most of your bruises on your ass. I don't even know where you get them. I guess ball slaps. Must be the dangerous thing for you.
Ball slaps don't leave that kind of bruise.
Oh. Big Balls, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, sir?
Good, thank you. Ronnie, I was wondering if Fez has kind of a jinxie odor about him.
Yeah, it's the stench of death. And I used to think it was his feet, but it was just for whatever God has done to you.
You know, that's awful. I do not have a stench of death about me. I smell very fresh, actually.
John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Patrick.
Oh, I'd love to have Patrick here today.
Patrick, if you mean Fat Opie, my girlfriend's ex, is not here today.
Well, I thought that he would, this would have been a perfect day for him because I didn't think you were going to be here.
Well, I am here, so he has no reason to show up, Fat Opie. I don't think he has the nerve to show up, Ronnie.
I don't know why that he even would show up, but he's always invited. And the thing about it is...
Uh-oh! It's Fat Opie's in here! Yeah! What are you doing here? I'm going out of my mind! Set up!
It's not a setup. You weren't supposed to be here.
What the hell is going on?
Well, I'm here, Fez.
You know what? This is great. All the buddies together, at last.
We are not buddies. Fat Opie is now in the studio with apparently his own theme music.
Patrick has got to be the thinnest guy who ever got the term fat thrown at him in history.
Well, compared to Opie.
I can only say Tubby Raymond, the old coach of the University of Delaware, has ever had a name that... And I'll throw it to Pudge Rodriguez, which I don't understand at all. Where did he get the nickname Pudge, Earl?
He was much heavier when he broke in. He was
much
heavier. He was like a little pudgy when he broke in, and then the whole steroids thing. He lost a ton of weight after
the whole steroids thing. So he should be Roy Rodriguez.
Yeah, I mean
that works.
What a clutch hit he had last night.
Oh my God!
What a man's man he is.
Yeah, I mean, bona fide Hall of Famer, pure leader, great player.
You're already sending him to the Hall of Fame?
He's had a Hall of Fame career, definitely.
Right. I'm not going to say anything against you today, Mr. Perfect. Patrick, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm just sorry.
Go home, Patrick.
I'm just sorry it's under these circumstances. I thought you and I would be doing the show today. We could listen to some of your music, some of your interesting impersonations. You did a great one yesterday.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. My Fez?
Yeah, your Fez.
Thank you.
Oh, God, that's spot on.
Oh, is that pathetic?
Yeah.
Boy, is that bad.
Let me hear it again.
Thank you.
Just faggy enough. It's so good.
Oh, it's not nearly faggy enough. Wait a minute.
All right, 866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. It's the Ron and Patrick show today, where Fez is here because you didn't go on vacation like you were supposed to.
I was not going to go to that knucklehead's brother's wedding, Eastside Dave's wedding in Delaware.
I honestly think you could have used it.
No, apparently I have to be here to just check and see every little thing that goes on, where you would bring in my girlfriend's ex behind my back.
By ex, do you mean current?
No, I mean former.
And by girlfriend, do you mean imaginary?
No, I don't. I mean my gal, Dawn Cumia, Anthony's sister.
Well, you know what? I mean, the fact is, I know there was a surprise party thrown by Dawn last week.
Yes.
Was it for you, Fez?
No, it wasn't for me.
Was it for you, Patrick?
Yeah, it was for me.
And it was a ball, from what I understand.
It was a blast.
And you had no idea it was coming?
I knew we were going out to dinner.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything was going on after that. And actually, Solera was there, and she's the one who...
Solera,
she's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, she spilled the beans that there was a bowling event happening afterwards.
What a drunk idiot.
Yeah, well, we had a little walkover right through Times Square over to the Port Authority bus terminal of all places, which I didn't know has a bowling alley in it.
I had no idea either. I thought it was Chelsea Piers you guys went to.
That's what I would have figured. I didn't know there was a bowling alley at the bus terminal.
Maybe because you don't have a real girlfriend to think of such things.
Maybe it wasn't my birthday. Maybe that was just a pity party because he's alone now. The holidays are coming up. It's his birthday, too. Something has to be done for the poor guy.
Oh, that's right. You've been invited to Thanksgiving.
That's right. And I'm still pondering that. I'm still thinking about that one.
I talked to Anthony and Joe yesterday, and they both bought steel-tip boots. So I hope you go. I really do. Go ahead, tough guy. Go to Thanksgiving with your new family.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I don't feel like walking into a complete beatdown, Ron. Maybe I don't feel like getting jumped.
Maybe that's your day. Maybe that's the day that you finally win. That you take this 0-1 record that you have as a street fighter, and you take it to 1-1, and you're 500.
It would take 20 years there to get the record even.
What I'll do is I'll send the brothers a couple of cane poles for old time's sake.
Don't.
Well, Patrick, I'm glad that you're here. I'm sorry it's under these circumstances.
Glad you could stop by. Sorry you had to be going so soon.
Fabulous song you did for us yesterday, too.
Thanks.
Yeah. Now, you sang on that? You played every instrument?
Yes, I did.
That's talent. Your whole family is talented. Anthony, Joe, Dawn.
That's not his family.
Huh?
That's soon to be my family. That's going to be my family. I'm going to be a Kumia. Not him, me.
Fez, you have your family where instead of singing songs and drinking, you sit around and you have shame, hide your sexual background, and hear how Jesus is going to burn you.
Well, we have a lot of it, though.
Boy, you could just cut the tension in that Watley family with a knife. It is a tense place.
Especially around the holidays, where second husbands aren't, welcomed.
I'll only say this. Carrie came from a better background than Fez. There was less tension in Carrie's house than Fez's.
Awful. And when's this guy, Patrick, Ron?
Yeah.
This guy Patrick here, when is he going to get the message and just move on about his life? When is he going to realize him and Dawn are done? Go from Dawn to done.
Why can't you be mature, okay? Why can't you go out of your way to act like Dawn can do whatever she wants to do? Fez, it's the 90s. Things we don't... It's not a matter of the man picking the woman. It's up to the woman now.
It's past the 90s.
Already?
Yes. It's the 2000s.
I'm getting rid of this calendar then. No wonder I got it so cheap. Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, GTO Dave, what's up, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, I got your back, we'll beat down Fez anytime you want.
Oh, that's what you need, Patrick? Your goon squad standing by at any time?
Well, if I need any help, it's nice to know it's there. If.
Yeah. All I'm saying, everybody's got a move that you got to watch out with. And if you ever fight with Fez, look out for the lube. Believe me, look out for the lube. Thank you.
I don't need lube to beat him.
Ew.
You know what I mean.
That's what worries me. I do.
I am so uncomfortable today.
How is Dawn, by the way?
She's fine.
She's great.
Yeah. Yeah. Lovely young lady.
Yes, she is.
Please, Fez. I'm talking to the real boyfriend. Not the imaginary, I want a better family boyfriend.
Then you need to divert your attention my way if you're talking to the real boyfriend. Not this clown over here, who I may not even acknowledge the rest of the show. I may just sit this way.
You know what to do? Shun him so bad you go to Delaware with the other idiot.
Boy, everyone wanted me in Delaware. Now I know why.
This is just one of the reasons we wanted you in Delaware.
There's more than one reason? That's rough.
The jinx. The fact that you really haven't gotten back up to where we're used to you being, Fez. Where's the old Fez? The zinger Fez? The, hey, I got a new gay joke today, Fez.
I'm building myself up.
Pre-stent Fez, that was the guy.
I got a stent in my way right now. Eventually, that will dissolve.
Really?
I think it's one of those dissolving ones.
Something is dissolving in your heart right now.
Either that or skin cells grow over it, one or the other.
Now I'm getting chest pains.
Did they even have dissolving stents?
I have no idea. I hope not. Where did you go? Some cheap Polish place down by the river?
No. I went to the fine folks at Lenox Hill Hospital.
Hey, all you skis, don't go fucking calling in, okay? I have no idea why I picked on your little country, but it's not because you're all stupid. Hey, James, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I was calling to thank Fez for really ruining the show. I was excited all afternoon. We were actually going to have a good show. The Idiot Day was going to be going, and you were actually going to have some talent in there with you today, Ron, and you really screwed that up.
And your call is adding so much to it, Boomhauer. Do not ring that winning cowbell.
I love a good call like this, Fezzy, that keeps the show moving along.
I couldn't even understand Marble Mouth.
It's no way to refer to the listeners.
He's going to get a copy of the Tori Amos A Piano box set.
You're doing that on purpose.
No, that's what we have. It's on my list.
That's wasted. But here's the good thing about it. It looks like a piano.
Yeah.
What a stupid box set. No offense, Earl. But why make your box set look like a piano?
She plays the piano.
So what? Is she the piano man?
Piano chick.
This is my only song I like by her.
White people are so scared of black people.
I don't think that was her.
Patrick in the studio today. Fabulous musician. Former model.
Former model?
Yeah.
What, inner tubes?
You know what, Fez? Do you want to settle this with a contest?
What kind of contest?
Sit-ups. Let's just do sit-ups.
I'd rather not.
Patrick, can you do more than one?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. You're in trouble, Fez. You want me to do the thing where I tape the Twinkies to your feet?
It's helped in the past.
Bo, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ronnie. I just want to ask Patrick if Dawn's a good kisser.
Interesting question.
Yes, she is.
Oh, I bet.
He's answering from memory, just so you know. Long-term memory. Why don't you realize it's over, Fat Opie?
All right,
just realize it. Realize it now!
Wow, that was good.
Thanks.
If you were straight, that would be the scariest thing ever. I don't think you can be accused of stalking if you don't know where the person lives. So you're lucky that way, Fez.
I am not stalking.
No, I know that. It's more of a verbal stalking, more than anything.
I may just show up for that Thanksgiving dinner that I've been invited to.
Good. Love to see it.
To hell with worry.
Sure. Love to see it. Borrow a kendo stick from Master Poe. Maybe that's the way you need to go.
Thanksgiving should never involve weapons.
Patrick, you going to be at Thanksgiving?
I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, they've set up a pity table? For those of us that were going to be alone?
What happens at Thanksgiving? A lot of laughter, afterwards singing, and some drinks. Just a great time.
It's a very different Thanksgiving there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's well,
it's got to be awkward for you to be there.
Master Poe brought you the kendo stick.
Thanks a lot, Master Poe.
He can use that on himself later.
He'll need that to fight off Anthony's grandmother.
Fez?
I think she could take him.
Now, how's the Thanksgiving different?
Oh, just it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure.
It really is a lot of fun.
Fez, what about your totally silent Thanksgiving that you have every year? Till finally your mom breaks out in rage and screams, "This house is not clean enough."
It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's not the fun Thanksgiving that we just heard about. It's all merriment.
Your childhood a little different, right?
Yeah, very different.
In what way?
Well, we could never have Thanksgiving. When we had Thanksgiving at our house,
yeah.
It was just a nightmare for 2 weeks out because, like you said, the house was never clean enough, according to my mother.
Yeah.
And she would just scream her head off, and we would get mommy dearest type drill cleaning up until the company arrived.
You know, I grew up with a lot of guys afraid of their dad. You're the first person I know afraid of their mom.
Oh, yeah, she would smack the hell out of me.
Smack the straight out of you?
No, not the straight. No, it wasn't fun. It wasn't a good time. And then there would always be someone having a fit and walking away from the table. Oh, no, you were the quiet one, the middle child. Yeah, I stayed quiet, just stared at my peas, stared at my mashed potatoes, just kept plowing right through the dinner, just to get to the end.
Eat your way to comfort. Till finally your little heart exploded.
I would try. You would think it would work.
Well, now it's all better for you, right? You're an adult, you have an imaginary girlfriend, you've been invited to a place that you don't know whether you're going to be welcomed or else they're going to turn on you. And once again, a holiday that's not a holiday.
I have the feeling it could be a combination of both. Where I'm welcomed at first, we maybe get through the early football game. And then, Dallas, Tampa Bay comes on, and next thing you know, I'm getting jacked. Jackbooted.
They actually don't watch football.
Really?
Yeah.
Bocce? Backyard bocce?
No, everyone just sort of hangs out and has a good time.
Wow. Just the opposite of you, Fez.
Yeah, we had, during Thanksgiving, we had to keep that TV cranked just to break the icy silence.
It's usually kind of on in the background, but
yeah,
no one pays attention.
Sure, there's too much love. There's too much love in that home.
Oh, absolutely.
Your home, on the other hand, Fez, love would die of loneliness there.
We would set the table for Thanksgiving dinner, the dining room table, but then most people would opt to just go into a separate corner on a TV tray, even though there was still plenty of room at the table.
Well, Mom was right. It's best when you eat over the sink. That way you're not going to ruin stuff.
She'd have half that turkey gone before hit the table anyway.
Here's Ross. Ross, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Ron and Patrick. Love the show, man.
Thanks.
Hey, I was hoping to speak to
Fez?
the guest in studio there, Fez.
Yeah, Fez.
I am not a guest. I am
Today
a co-host.
You're the guest. Today you're the guest. You were supposed to be in Delaware.
I just tuned in. I love the show, Patrick. Sounds like it's going well as always. Great musician. Love your work.
Thank you.
Oh, we've heard one lousy song.
Lousy? I think it's phenomenal. What, do you want to hear more music today, Fez?
No, I do not want to hear more music.
You guys want to do a sing-off?
No, you know I don't sing.
Really?
Yes.
You could play It Makes Me Fez.
It's not that good, looking back.
Mr. Perfect, I don't want any of this stuff to get into you, okay? I want you to focus.
I'm in the zone, baby. In the zone.
He's amazing. There's our second wrestling theme today. Now, I talked to you this morning. You weren't ready to make a pick yet.
Nope, hadn't had a pick yet, but I am ready to go. Set and ready to make the perfect pick and double that pile of money that you have.
So excited. I'm excited, Fez, but I'm nervous.
I can understand that. It is very exciting.
But it's the good kind of nervous, where either everything's going to be great or you're just going to be wiped out. That's the feeling I want in my life. Standing on that wire.
Well, it'll all be over one way or another tomorrow.
What the fuck would you say that for?
What?
We're going to win. Just be quiet. This has nothing to do with you. You're a guest here today. You should be in Delaware.
I'm a co-host.
Here's Rick. Rick, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's going on, buddies?
Yeah.
Hey, I want to see if you guys can knock that bowl of gravy off the chair and put Patrick where he belongs.
You know, I'm not a bowl of gravy. I shouldn't have to explain that to people, but I'm not a lumpy bowl of gravy.
You seem to be a little bit of a downer today.
Well, I'm in a bad mood. I come in here to do the show, and look what happens.
Hetero shows up.
Patrick shows up.
Yeah.
Fat Opie, as he's better known. If we could drop this Patrick facade.
Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, Patrick, I got a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Is Dawn right or left-handed? And when you dance with her, Patrick, who leads?
All right, very interesting question, Fez. Would you like to go first?
No, Patrick can answer.
Why don't you go first?
I have no problem deferring to the actual guest here.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it would be a really easy question to answer if you look at her MySpace.
Have you ever, Fez?
Yes. MySpace.com/DDRocks, ROXXX.
What's the DD stand for?
It's her initials.
Which are?
Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
And then her middle name, which begins with D.
You don't know, do you?
I don't like throwing a lot of personal information out to these insane listeners.
Why? Speaking of insane, do you feel a little crazy right now?
No, I'm crazy with rage.
Uh-oh. Rage.
The Fat Opie's here, sitting in our studio.
Hey, do me a favor. I got a letter from Dr. Steve yesterday, and he wants to send the break that we did about Chef Proudhon's fabulous pie. Could you go back, Earl, and take out the part where I said he's such a good cook that he got so fat that he can't walk anymore? Could that be edited out?
Oh, of course.
All right, write to Dr. Steve. I don't want him to send that until we make it better.
Yeah, I'll definitely extract that.
And I'll throw in hey, he doesn't even look like Dom DeLuise line. God, that pie was unbelievable yesterday.
We got a delicious sweet potato pecan pie from Dr. Steve, ordered from Chef Paul Perdone, that got delivered to the studio. That thing was so good.
I started crying when I was eating it. Speaking of which, Mike from Brooklyn is here, and he brought us by some stuff, too. Mike from Brooklyn made a pity run to us when we were in D.C., and brought us chivalettes and these pastries that were out of this world. Where do you get the stuff from?
Aunt Butchie's in Brooklyn.
Butchie's, yeah.
They got a couple places.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And all the food's in Brooklyn. Now, later in the show today, Paulo is calling in, and you can bring up every awful movie that you love. See, Mike from Brooklyn is the guy who thinks, Fezzy, I'm a snob when it comes to film.
Oh, okay.
Well, he's a bit of a snob. And I just want to be clear, you have good taste in movies, but...
Here's Mike from Brooklyn's favorite film of all time, Happy Days. He thinks Happy Days is the best movie ever.
Listen.
That was a half-hour show, Mike from Brooklyn.
I know I'm not going to win this.
He loved this film. No, you could win. You never know.
But my wife didn't come with me. She bailed.
Yeah. Oh, she was a little afraid?
She's on her way to New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Could she get one of those sweet potato pecan pies that Dr.
How could it be a sweet potato and pecan? It's unbelievable what he's done.
Yeah, it's a really, really thick pie, and it's got the sweet potato pie filling, and then those candied pecans layered on top with a great crust.
This makes the Curie family look like they didn't do shit with their life, with their little experiments.
I saw a great post yesterday on ronfez.net that said, no one else can send gifts to Ron and Fez. Dr. Steve always sends the best.
Yeah, well.
And I thought that shouldn't keep you from trying.
Yeah, try.
Well, one of the cakes I brought is it's a black and white cake, and it's sugar-free, especially for Fez.
Fez loves black and white because that's his favorite color combination. Here's another ridiculous thing about Fez. If he sees the colors black and white together, does it make you anxious, or?
It makes me nauseous. I mean, then, of course, that adds to the anxiousness.
What about a zebra?
Yeah, I don't look at any sort of zebra print, a zebra. I cannot stand that stark contrast of black on white, white on black.
I forgot about that.
It makes me nauseous to my stomach.
What about, could you look at a porn with Seal fucking Heidi Klum? Would that work for you?
That would probably be too much.
Is that because of the hetero thing?
No, because of the black on white contrast.
I see. I don't know how it works.
There's also cannolis and a sampler cake.
Beautiful. God bless you.
I know you like the carrot. There's 2 slices of carrot.
You know what? You're right. Happy Days was a fabulous movie. It really was.
You know, and I'm not a Schwarzenegger fan either.
His favorite actor of all time, Potsy.
Oh.
He always tells me how great Potsy is.
And never picked up that Best Supporting Actor statuette.
It's Keanu Reeves, really.
Is it really?
No.
It's so fucking spooky. What? So your chick's going down to New Orleans for what reason?
The Voodoo Music Festival. She's a Duran Duran fan.
What?
Yeah, well, what am I going to do?
And one of the Taylors just left the band again. So it'll be less of a Duran.
John Taylor's going to be there. That's all that matters.
Which one?
John Taylor.
You know, in '83 it wasn't hip to be a Duran Duran fan. Listen, I don't know what you're doing today.
I'm not sticking up for her. I'm just telling you where she is. I know.
Well, I'm hungry like the wolf. Bring those fucking pies in, whatever you got. Here's Bill. Bill, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I was wondering how I can join the Patrick Posse.
Very interesting. You do have a MySpace where you're playing some of your music.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Where's that exactly?
I think it's just myspace.com/Hugh Bond.
Hugh Bond.
HUGHBOND.
Yeah. Where did the Hugh Bond handle come from?
It was just sort of a joke name that I came up with ages ago, and
let me just say this:
just stuck with it.
It's excellent. It's the kind of creativity we need around this show.
How creative is that, Hugh Bond?
You know what? This is too much. Look how beautiful this cake is.
I hope you enjoy it. You deserve it.
You know what?
The sampler cake.
I was just thinking, if you had this with a pot of coffee, it'd be a perfect gift, you know, if you thought of everything.
I don't know if I was allowed in with anything hot.
Interesting. No, that's all right. I don't want you to run back there. He's trying to get me coffee as the show goes on. This is fabulous.
That looks great. Thank you, Mike from Brooklyn.
So I'm just trying to say this to all the listeners. Yes, you can compete with Dr. Steve. Is he the best? Yes. Does he have an endless supply of money? Of course he does. But Mike from Brooklyn came up with something, Fez.
Yeah, I'm no doctor.
No, but you know what
You're not?
You know what you came up with that put you over? Love. It was love that made you bring this in. That's beautiful.
All it takes is a little effort.
Fez, you should be in Delaware right now, having the time of your life.
I can't imagine what a nightmare that trip would be right now. Being in that car, East Side Dave driving, his brother's in that car, West Side, just a nightmare.
Adam, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, love the Ron and Patrick show.
Thank
I wish
you.
Dave would have taken the Cleveland Steamer with him.
Yeah, me too.
But it's Friday. Are we going to hear the Fat Opiatorial?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind hearing that today if we can. I love the way it ends.
Thank you.
Oh, that's dead on.
That is so off. I can't even tell you how much that's off. And there won't be a Fat Opiatorial today, but there will be a Fezatorial coming up.
Pitsy, thank you very much. Now, this makes you wish your family didn't abandon Brooklyn and run out to Long Island, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Is anyone from Long Island not originally from Brooklyn?
No. My family and my girlfriend's family also.
Everybody I meet from Long Island, their parents lived in Brooklyn.
Greener pastures.
Yeah. Literally. Literally greener pastures.
Queens here.
Queens?
Queens.
And now you're in Long Island?
Yep.
That's where Dawn grew up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, although
you're so
she's actually
fascinating.
from Queens, too.
Is that right?
Yeah, she was born in Flushing.
Fez, you know none of these facts.
Yes, I knew. I knew all that. I know all of this.
Why don't you say it?
Because to me, it's old news.
What town does she live in now?
I'm just going to say she lives in Long Island.
And leave it at that?
Yes. Why would I want people bugging her?
Yeah, that would be annoying.
I already got this guy here, Patrick, bugging her.
Imagine how annoying it would be for her if suddenly her name came up by people that really don't even know her that well.
Yeah, be awful.
That'd be terrible. Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, what's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, heard you're a big Three's Company fan.
Knows everything there is to know about it.
I know quite a bit.
Yeah.
I have a tricky question that Fez couldn't answer is, what's Jack's last name?
Tripper.
I knew you were smarter than...
Wow.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone but you.
I knew that.
I saw you scratch your head during that.
He is not better at Three's Company trivia than me. Nobody is.
Jake, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that bowl of gravy needs to be in the room in a kind of feng shui thing for Earl's picks to work.
It is kind of a problem with feng shui for me as well.
What's feng shui?
Exactly, Fez. You know nothing about gambling.
I do not want to have to leave the room while Earl makes his pick.
Earl needs all the furniture to be in perfect places so he can make his perfect pick. I'm a nervous wreck, girl, but I'm excited.
You should be excited, and you shouldn't be nervous. I got the perfect pick for this weekend.
Is it a TV game?
Maybe.
You don't even know, do you? That's the beauty of it. See, unlike you, Fez, he doesn't try to find the right thing. He just goes there by the grace of God.
That may be one of the more annoying things about this.
No, I didn't want to give anything away while you-know-who was in the room.
Thank you.
You can say my name.
He didn't even mean you.
Oh, you meant Patrick. Good one, Earl. Nice work.
No, I'm not going to. Any future bets that are bad. Don't do this to me, little John. Seriously, I don't like anything fucking around with my streak. Mine and Earl's streak. You know what I'm thinking about doing, Earl, after the show today? I'm going to go out and buy you and me matching pinky rings today. Before the bet even happens. Diamond pinky rings.
I'd like a pinky ring. That'd be great.
I can't understand you with your mouth full of cake. What are you saying?
I said I'd like
Look at you. You have to wipe all over the place. This is why your mom screams.
I know. I made a mess out of the desserts already.
And what would that mean to Mommy?
That would mean holy hell unleashed.
Keith, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. How's it going today?
Good.
You know, I never usually agree with Fez on anything, but I really got to give him credit on this one because my mother was the exact same way. I mean, she was like with a terrorist military-style cleaning before we could even pull out the holiday decorations.
It was a nightmare. I mean, even when it's not a holiday, you can't have company over that she doesn't want a room painted or something. It's insane.
I used to have to clean the house like I was in Cinderella, and out of this day, it's like my wife does less cleaning than I do. I clean the whole house.
I'm right there with you, Keith.
Cinderella. There's Fez, all ashen, trying to clean up.
Poor Fezzarelli.
I didn't know it was that bad, Fez.
Yeah, it was awful. And it was every holiday. It was any time a relative came over.
And it was terror for you?
Yeah, it was terrifying. Because you never got it clean enough.
What was it normally like living in that house growing up?
It was brutal. because my father worked at nights, and so he wasn't around when my mom was home. And it would just be when she started cleaning the house. It was usually Monday nights.
Yeah.
That would be her big cleaning night, and you would sit there on the couch, and I would sit on my hands, protecting my ass. And when she went down the hallway to start like cleaning the bedrooms, changing the sheets and stuff, you just didn't want her going in your room because something was going to be wrong.
And then what would happen?
And then you would hear this shriek.
Yeah.
This scream with whosever name it was.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was a scream that would just put you through the ceiling. It was so scary and out of nowhere. And then once the screaming started, it would not stop. And if she found like a toy that went under the bed or something, you're getting hit the whole time. You're trying to, it's like a survivor challenge. You're trying to get under the bed to get this toy to put it away.
Right.
And you're getting hit the whole time you're trying to get this toy.
Why did you leave your room such a filthy mess?
Well, you never know if a ball or something rolls under the bed. It was and it was the little. I mean, if you had a shirt that was misfolded in a drawer or something,
right,
that would set her off. That would drive her insano.
See, I wasn't raised to fear women, so it's a whole different thing for me.
That's all we had.
Fez, whose job was it to clean the paint cans under the sofa?
I don't remember you being invited into this conversation.
I invited him. I invited him. He's co-hosting today.
He is not co-hosting.
You are the guest since you were afraid to go to Delaware over the Memorial Bridge. All right, so it was a nightmare for you growing up.
Yeah, just an awful, awful nightmare.
And it's total truth, total shoot.
Yeah, every bit of that's the truth. Yeah.
All right, how old's your mom now?
My mom will be 70 in 2 months.
And she had a knee replaced, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you go home? Next time you go home, you immediately walk into that house, you sweep that bed knee, you fucking take it out, and now go, oh, look under my bed now. Look under my goddamn bed now. Do you think I forgot?
I wouldn't be able to do that.
You don't think you could take her to this day?
Oh, I think I could.
Yeah.
I think it would be easy.
But you can't.
But I couldn't, mentally do that.
Why?
No, because she's my mother. And as horrible a person as she was...
Uh-oh, stand close. We're about to get to tears.
You are not getting a prize on this one.
All right,
I still love the old lady.
While you guys were here, did the eyes fucking fill up?
Oh, yeah.
She's my mother.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah. Look at the eyes now.
Try.
He started welling up.
So you still, to this day, you can't tell her what you really think.
Oh, no. Nope.
And you're saying you can't hit her.
No, I can't hit her.
All right, I got a better way then.
What's that?
Because some guys can't punch. Headlock. You just throw her into a fucking headlock. She's 70.
If I put her in a headlock, I'm going to kill her.
You wouldn't be able to stop the rage?
Once I got going, there would be no going back.
Wes, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, this is Wes from Alabama.
Yeah.
I got a theory on this. Fez is trying to step in between Don and Patrick so he could pick up Patrick on that rebound.
Possibility. And Fez, I'm getting emails, too, that say people don't believe this story, that this is just one of your character pieces.
Oh, let them believe what they want, Ronnie. They're the stupid ones.
Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, good afternoon, guys.
Yeah.
Fez's mom's reaction when she learned of his orientation.
Fez has you've never shared anything about your life with your family, right?
No, I don't tell them anything.
Yeah.
They don't know where I live.
How would they react if you wanted to do something to this day that was against the family's moral code?
They would be really upset.
Let's say, just on the outside chance, let's say something crazy. Let's say you were gay. Would you be able to tell your family that?
All right, you're going really into left field on this one.
I know I am, but would you be able to tell them?
I would say my parents know.
Yeah.
Yeah. With their religious background?
Yeah.
I would say no.
Well, wait till they die, and then live your own life. Wait till they die. And then be the person everyone else is at 18.
That would be some catching up to do.
Yeah. Oh, won't it? And that fucking second teenhood hits. Because you were a good boy, right? You always tried to do everything good.
Yeah, I always tried to.
Yeah.
Didn't get the good enough grades, but...
Dennis, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yeah, did Fezzy tear up then? Or I get a prize?
He teared up, but he did not cry.
There was no leakage, my friend. Yeah. You predator.
But the thing is, the reason that you teared up, that no matter whether that was good or bad, that was your mom.
Yeah, she's still my mom.
Even though
she is a wicked, wicked woman.
And you didn't get the childhood that you wanted.
Right.
You didn't get the, let's face it, love.
Right, yeah.
So you went
the
through...
support.
But even beyond that, I mean...
The confidence building.
Right. But even when you really think about it, and you think about that little Fez...
Right.
That was a little boy who had to live without love.
Yeah.
So maybe...
That's how it was.
Maybe this day you really don't even know what love is.
I probably don't.
Because you haven't received it.
Yeah. Never knew what it felt like to begin with.
Yeah. But if you could go back in time and see that little boy, you would love him, right?
I would love that kid.
Was he lovable?
That chubby little funny kid.
But you can't, Fezzy, and he's all alone.
Yeah.
He's all alone.
He's still there, sitting on his hands.
Having his G.I. Joes bang each other in the ass while he's singing show tunes quietly so nobody hears. It's got to be terrible.
It was no picnic.
Why don't you do this? See a family that looks happy and loving and imagine that you're part of it. Imagine that maybe you could marry into that family and be accepted.
That would be sick, just to have one of those mental breakdown fantasies.
Yeah. Or maybe if you spilled some potatoes on the rug, there's not a beating. Everyone helps you clean up.
Oh, man, if I spilled potatoes on someone else's rug...
Start crying?
I would freak. I would try to think of some excuse to get out the door.
Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, buddy.
I got a story. When I was a kid, one time my room was a mess, a fucking mess. But, when you're 7, 8, that happens. So my mom, I had like a Jolly Jalopy truck, like a wooden truck on the floor. She just wrung it out of my room. It got caught in my hair. They had to actually cut my fucking hair out to get it off. I had a fucking bald spot. Oh.
All right, Fezzy, nothing like that ever happened to you.
A bald spot?
Yeah.
Well, they had to cut it off.
Now, maybe you're feeling a little lucky. And happy about your life.
Yeah, fortunately, I didn't have any toy trucks to play with.
They would leave marks on the floor?
So, yeah, I didn't get one caught in my hair.
How about a Barbie doll?
That's funny.
How about a Barbie doll upside your skull?
All right, Fez.
Is he just here to insult me?
No, he's the co-host.
He is not the co-host.
You're better than that. Even if you were raised like shit, you're better than that.
Thank you, Ron.
Where was Dad while all these beatings were going on?
Working 3 jobs, never around. Conveniently not around.
Hosting some other boy in the backyard.
Why am I taking this from all angles today?
Well, you're eating his cake. That's the payment, I guess.
That's the cost?
You can come over to my house for Thanksgiving, maybe stand outside and watch.
I would throw rocks. I would throw rocks at your house and your dinner.
Fez wouldn't cross that bridge into Brooklyn. That's That's like going to Africa to him to go over that bridge. Fez, you couldn't go to your dad and say, Pop, look what's happening here. This is crazy.
No, I was told not to.
By who?
My mother.
Really?
Yeah. I got told not to open my fat mouth.
Don't you tell him about the torture.
Yeah.
Maybe I've like that Stockholm syndrome. Where after you've been... captured and kept behind bars, suddenly you start to identify with the captors. In this case, your mom.
Oh, yeah, you start to grow an affinity for them.
Yes, if that's the word, infinity, I don't know. Affinity. But the thing is this, Fez, maybe that's why you can't say anything about it now.
Yeah, that could be, yeah. I've just been beaten into submission.
Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, if you play back that tape, you will clearly hear Fez say that his parents know that he's gay.
I don't think so. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ.
I don't have tapes here. It's all digital.
Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I gotta disagree. Tear is crying. He's crying.
Yeah, but the tears didn't drop.
Tear, you are crying.
He welled it up. That's all. He welled up.
All right, Vladimir.
When you said the term, "That's my mother," that kind of made you...
Yeah, that got me going a little bit.
And for once, you put this facade away, Fez, and we got to see the real you.
Right. Yeah. Everything I said is true.
Still, I don't understand not hitting back.
I could never hit back.
Okay. Here's Craig. Craig, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, I think that Fez is like kind of like, I'm not a psychologist or anything.
Yeah.
Fez was like that ball under the bed in his house. He was the mashed potatoes on a rug.
Interesting.
Now, he was just a total disappointment to his mom.
Right, and still is.
Right.
I am not.
Yeah, you are.
You're a mess, Fez.
Are you saying he was more like a spilled bowl of gravy?
Interesting.
Yeah, like a dog turd.
I may be a mess.
Like a dog turd. Like you're something that dropped out of the dog's ass.
That is so
metaphorically.
Wrong. No, not even metaphorically is it nice to say.
I didn't say it was nice, but we got to put the niceties aside, Fez, and try to figure out why you're doing the things you do. Why you can't be a happy-go-lucky guy. You should be like that Nathan Lane. He's running around Broadway having the time of his life. He's probably getting more cocks than anyone you know.
I don't want to be like Nathan Lane. I don't want to live on Nathan Lane.
Here's Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, guys, I think the story of young Fez should be made into a Lifetime movie. It's just so touching. And who would be the child actor who played Fez? I don't know.
Fez, is there anybody you got your eye on?
The fat kid from 2.5 Men. He probably worked out good.
You look like him when you were a kid?
Probably a little curlier hair.
So you weren't happy with your childhood?
No. No, I was not.
Would you say you've ever been happy?
Probably not.
Yeah. I know from saying you, I've never seen you happy. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, as charming as your childhood sounds, why leave at the tender age of 30?
That is true. You moved out of your house when you were 30 years old.
Yeah, and I've thought about that because, those things do completely conflict.
And you thought about it because your friends were yelling, Fez, move out of your house. This is odd. This is crazy. You're making 6 figures already. Move out of your house.
I think that really was a time where I was, trying to win her over.
Did you ever feel like you did?
Yeah, I think I've won her over.
Won her over enough for her to love you more than your dad? Is that what this is about?
Oh, I don't think she loves me more than my dad does.
Now you feel like you're her boyfriend? Is that where you're going with this?
No.
I'm just throwing
that would
shit
be sick.
Throwing shit. The whole thing is sick from beginning to end. Why can't a little boy have a fucking ball under his bed? What's the big deal?
Yeah, that's what I'd like to know.
And why try to win that person over?
Yeah, well, you just want someone to like you.
Really? Is that what it's all about?
Yeah. You just want people to like you.
But here's the thing.
Even if it's your mother.
You and I do a show, right?
Right.
I don't like you. Earl doesn't like you. Even Dave doesn't like you.
You guys like me.
Not even at all. Don't let that stuff bother you. I just assumed you didn't like me either.
Now it really bothers me.
Really?
It bothers me more to find out people don't like me here.
You like me?
Yeah, I like you a lot. I love you.
Oh. You know I'm straight, right?
Yes.
I ain't switching.
I'm not asking you to switch.
I like you, Fez.
Thank you, Mike from Brooklyn. That means a lot in the grand scheme of things.
You really want me to like you?
Yes.
Please clean that apartment. It looks like shit.
My apartment is clean.
I'm going to tell you right now, the truth is, you could go into Fez's apartment and operate on the floor without washing up. This place looks like no one lives there.
I like things clean now.
You're still trying to please Mommy. To this day.
Yeah, a mess drives me nuts. It was beaten into me.
He eats out every night, and then we'll go home and clean the stove. It doesn't make any sense.
I try not to use the stove at all, and I have that covered up in a series of towels so that nothing gets on it.
Oh, God. All right, here's our friend, F Me Boobs. F Me.
Hey, guys. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Patrick.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm here too, F me.
So, Fez, what's Patrick's number?
Oh, yeah, Fez gives a number to everybody.
Yeah, Patrick. Patrick is a 3.
Who else is a 3?
Billy Staples is a 3.
Isn't Opie a 3?
Opie's a 3.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Yeah.
What's your mom? What number?
My mom? Wow, I've never given my mother a number. My mother is a 4.
Who else is a 4? Hitler? Mussolini is a 4.
I'm trying to think of who else might be a 4.
What's F me boobs?
F me boobs? You are a 6?
6. Who else is a 6?
Mikey D is a 6.
Uh-oh.
I know that.
Uh-oh.
Everyone says uh-oh after. Then don't ask.
What's my number?
You're a 5.
Nice.
All right, guys.
F
Love
me.
ya.
I heard you were on Pal Talk the other night with your shirt off. Is that true?
It is. It's
Well.
true.
F me. What are you doing?
God, that damn Pal Talk. Did Mike, you go on Pal Talk?
No, not involved in any of that stuff.
Patrick, you do the Pal Talk thing?
No.
Yeah, it's too weird, right?
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah, the more I hear about it, the less I can understand it. And after that stuff I heard Owen A talking about with the guys jacking off on there, I'm just confused by it.
Yeah, I don't need a camera on me.
I guess now that I'm a married woman, I'm going back to the old times.
Now, yeah, you're married, and are you happily married?
Of course.
Good.
Absolutely.
But it still makes you want to say, now I still want to see what other guys think.
Exactly.
All right, honey.
Doesn't hurt. All right, love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, F me.
Hey, Keith the cop, you're on the air. How you doing, pal?
Hey, what's going on? You know, I was thinking maybe Fez's mom beat him for the ball. Maybe it wasn't a ball. Maybe it was like balls underneath the bed that were attached to like a cock or something.
Well, yeah, if you look back, like if you were hypnotized, did she beat you because the pool boy was under there jacking off, or what happened?
You know, you're really representing New York's finest with this phone call.
It's just an observation, Fezzy.
But a cop will pick that up because a lot of times we hide things in our childhood.
Well, I shouldn't have to admit this, but no, there wasn't a cock and balls under my bed.
Are you positive?
Yes, I'm sure.
Just a cock?
No.
All right, I think he's repressing something, but, you know, I'll do a little more research into it.
Nice try, Keith.
Thank you.
Peace.
Good work, Columbo.
You know, I noticed this, Fez, that when we try to help you, you just get angry.
Well,
like you don't want to be helped.
Help always comes veiled in insults for some reason.
What about my thing that I gave you? You take some, you get a sock full of hot nickels. You run in that room and start beating that old lady.
Do the nickels have to be hot?
I like them hot. I really do. Whenever I'm giving anybody a beat down with a sock full of nickels, I don't want to hit them with cold ones.
I'm not going to be able to hit that old lady with a sock full of nickels.
You're thinking what I'm thinking.
What?
You want me to go down there?
Take care of that problem?
Mm-hmm. Maybe that's a night that you and Earl are out on Broadway. You're being seen by everybody in town. And all of a sudden the door opens. I shove her under the fucking bed. How do you like it under here?
No, I wouldn't want you to do that.
Gotcha. It's on.
No, I wouldn't want you to do that, Ron.
Perfect. Gotcha.
I'll be more than
Stop
happy to help.
winking.
Fez, Earl, get those tickets for the producers.
Will do.
I really want to see that show.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to happen either.
Right.
Wish I could have both.
Way to cover yourself.
I've said no.
Do me a favor. Keep the following Wednesday open for in case there's a funeral. That'll be a funny event, huh?
Oh, there'll be stories to tell, that's for sure.
You want me to piss on the grave? Just say so.
No, I don't want you to piss on a grave.
I'll do it in front of the minister. I don't care.
Please don't.
I ain't afraid of her. I punched my own mom. What do you think I'm going to do to yours?
Pissing on a grave isn't going to help anything.
Don't you think Fez's mom would make a good guest?
I'd love to have her on. You know what? Anytime I've met this woman, she couldn't be more charming.
Oh, does she put on the act now?
Lovely, lovely woman. That's why I don't believe any of his stories.
You didn't know her then.
What do you mean? She changed?
Yes, she has changed since my childhood.
So if we would have given Hitler more time, everything would have worked out.
Maybe he would have mellowed in his old age.
Suddenly he's giving money to the JDL. I just don't believe it.
There's some things she's mellowed on. Other things, she's still a very cross person.
About what? Blacks?
Cleaning. Unwed mother, she's not real happy with.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why you won't with a woman?
No, that has nothing to do with that. Those two things don't go together.
I remember one time I knocked up a girl when I was younger. I took her back to my house, and I pushed her to my mom. I go, it's your problem now. I go, don't expect me to play. This is your grandkid. I can't get involved.
How'd that go over?
I don't know. I didn't stay there. And I was drunk when it happened. Come to think of it, I don't even know it was my house. I was loaded. I talked with a guy yesterday, very funny. He's an accountant that I've been using. He told me that he was conceived, his parents are younger, right, the night of their prom. And that he has the prom pictures and the car that they were getting into that he was conceived. His whole life is laid out with these two fucking people with bad 80s hair.
Wow, he's got it right from the very beginning. That's nice. It's nice to know where you come from.
Yeah.
A prom dance.
What kind of car was it, do you know?
No, I didn't ask. Probably a Pinto. That's the sad part of it. I think his mom had to actually get up on top of his dad.
She must have been a contortionist in a Pinto.
Yeah.
Maybe put the back seat down, open the hatch.
I'm going to tell you right now, I can fucking bread box. It doesn't even bother me at all. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You got to deal with what you got to deal with. You don't always get to play in Yankee Stadium. But if you're going to play in a sandlot, you still got to hit the ball out of the park. Let's do something about this. Let's call your mom, Fez.
No, we're not calling my mother.
You want me to show up down there and go crazy?
No, I don't want you to do that.
I'll show up with 2 pipe-smoking Dominicans and burn that fucking house down.
Don't. They have to live there.
Not anymore. Revenge doesn't mean anything to you?
No. Not in this case, anyway.
Why?
I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it feels like it's more trouble than it's worth.
I think it's made up. That's why you don't want anything done.
No. It's all real. It's all too real.
I think you take things a little too personal.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm pretty sensitive.
Think?
Oh, yeah. I believe so. Don't argue with me on this one. I think I am.
Almost girl-like. Hi, Mike from Brooklyn's here. Brought in some fabulous desserts for us. It's time for you to do your movie reviews with Paulo.
Oh, fabulous. That's why I'm here.
From the legendary Ron and Fez studios in a predominantly white neighborhood, Ron and Fez presents Showtime with the Paulo.
Yeah, hey, Paulo, you like the movie?
Paulo, you like the movie. How are you?
Paulo, you like the movie?
We haven't talked in a while, Paul.
I guess. I'm trying to live my life, so I just don't worry about it. I just take the call when it comes.
Well, you got a call last week you wouldn't take.
I understand, but because I wasn't totally prepared. I mean, Earl usually prepares me, and I had a rough day. I was at work, and I
You didn't see the movies, did you?
No, I was emotionally bereft.
How's your wife doing, Paulo?
I didn't know we were going to jump right into that subject right away. I thought maybe we'd deal with them.
How many years have you known us?
Yeah, I know. I understand you. I'm at the end stage. I'm at the very end stage. So, I mean, if we could just deal with the movies and not peek into my...
Absolutely. My only problem is this, Paulo. I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
Your wife has always been crazy, right?
Right, because I can't be with her anymore.
And only recently have you started talking about divorce.
I know.
And that's since you've had the affair on the movie set.
Well, you keep saying that, and I mean, that's really not the issue. The issue is that you have always told me, year in, year out, that I should not take the abuse.
Right.
And then I'm a fool.
Right, I did say
idiot, a moron.
Idiot.
Complete asshole.
Right.
That and I did it because I thought that was my destiny and such.
Right.
And so, you put up with it, But, I mean, this whole last couple of years where all the money got spent, that was really something that really is pushing me down a hole. I mean, I can't function anymore. I feel like I'm at the end.
Are you going to have to go into bankruptcy?
No, not anytime soon, but it feels that way. When it's
And you guys had, what, $500,000 that you blew?
Yeah, exactly, and she just blew it.
Are you going to have to sell her pill and liquor collection?
You know, I mean, I don't even know. I feel like I'm going to have to run away and go to an abuse shelter.
Now, the thing that changed everything for you,
Yes.
that finally got you thinking straight, was new pussy.
Let's just say that, you know, I mean...
New pussy changes everything. It changes the way you think.
There's a person, you know, who's way too good for me.
Right.
And, you know, and so, and is very, very...
She's treating you like a man.
All I say is that way too good for me, and it gives me a slight glimmer of hope.
Right.
So I can't say that maybe that's, you know, maybe you're right. Maybe I needed somebody to really grab me.
And when she sucks on that cock, it makes you feel like maybe there is a future.
Well, even if there isn't.
Right. It's a moment of relief.
Exactly. There's at least that happiness is there for one more day.
I always tell them, don't just fuck me, lie to me at the same time. Keep the whole thing going. Earl, you look like you can't believe this.
I am stupefied. This is all... What, Paulo, you saying that you getting a little something?
How could you not pick up on this? Let me tell you something, Earl. Nobody leaves first without heading to second. Anytime that you hear about any of your friends having divorce problems, I need some time apart, it means they got somebody else.
Did not know this. You learn something new every day.
Chicks love directors.
And I don't think you'll be able to talk to Gail again unless some arrangements can be made to get her a job on a show in New York or something.
I would, if you want us to hire her, we bring her to New York, we fire her the next day, she wanders the streets, and then they throw a net over her. I'll do it for you, Paul.
Well, this is the problem. I mean, I really have always felt the burden on me, and I never really thought there was a way out anyhow. And I still don't. I still don't know what the way out is.
You know the way out. Follow the new pussy.
No, but I'm just saying.
Paul, why don't you just say something to her if she's listening right now?
Yes.
Go ahead and say it from your heart, the new girl.
As I already said it.
Just say it now, like we're not even listening.
All right, she's a saint.
Go ahead. Describe what she's like for you.
She's very, very beautiful. But it's not about her. It really isn't about
Sure
her.
it isn't.
She's a very good person, and it's not about her. This is something that's been coming for a long time, and I was just too blind to see it. And I still don't think...
Hey, isn't there even a law you're not allowed to divorce a retard?
I probably is.
Oh, yeah, I bet there is.
I need to investigate the
Or is
law.
that old school? Why didn't you do this while you still had the $500,000?
Well, there's the
He had both sets of parents die at the same time, leave him a little bit of money. She fucking takes that money to the mall and starts wasting it every day while she's drunk.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's exactly it. I mean, it would have been much better if I had just quit my job and followed her every minute. I would have been much better off.
So you met this new girl in the movie set?
Again, Ron, understand this.
Right.
The movie was having lots of problems, not the movie itself, but the contract issues in the last few weeks, and all of that was resolved. So now the movie is looking great. I'm going to get it edited in the next couple of weeks, and I think it'll be a big success.
When we watch this movie, are we going to see you fall in love on screen?
Oh, nice. Like when Russell Crowe and Meg Ryan put out that movie together.
Never saw it, believe it or not, and still haven't seen it.
There's a little element of that, and I think there's a possibility. As a matter of fact, we might come up and do... First of all, Eastside Dave, we never truly respected him. And
well, he's in Delaware today, if you'd like to meet him.
That's okay.
You want to shoot on location.
What I'm saying is we have to do a quick some special effects in a few weeks, and we might come up, and I do want to properly do Dave's.
Sure.
Dave's
so that's when you're going to get together with the new chick.
Well, I have plenty of opportunities.
I would love to meet her.
Because she's a flight attendant. But, I mean, in any case...
Ooh, flight attendant. This was 1963. We'd all be so impressed.
Exactly. I understand. It's not about that. But the fact of the matter is that...
She's fantastic, huh?
Yeah, it's great. But that's not the issue.
Just being with her makes you feel like a kid again.
Yes. And the thing is that I'm not going to live. I'm not going to live through this.
You ever do this? Put a picture of your wife up while you're banging her and just look at it every once in a while?
No way.
And laugh. Try it. It's fucking hot. And sometimes call her on the phone. Guess what I'm doing? Guess what I'm getting right now?
I do it when I'm constipated.
Again, I'm not going to survive through this, guy. So, I mean, the movie will be a big success.
Have we ever met the new girl, or do we need to meet her?
No, it's not something that's likely to happen unless, I have...
Don't act like I don't take flights. I could run into her. Sometimes I need a pillow.
I'm going to be looking at every stewardess now.
Or
the only way...
Take your mind off the stewards for 5 minutes.
The only way I'm going to be alive in the next 6 months is if I can get this movie off the ground and actually survive it while it gets through the... Because it's going to be a very rough number of weeks now.
Sure.
And so I'm...
Have you talked to a lawyer?
No.
I'm so excited for you.
No. And I'm not sure how this is all going to work out. And, to me... I honestly would prefer if somebody would just put a bullet to my head because it would...
To her head?
No, to my head. Well,
gotcha.
Hey,
code?
Hey,
we talking code?
If some crazy guy comes
You know what?
along,
I might have to go to Tampa and do a twofer.
They're going to think they got another serial killer like Danny Rolling.
You know, it turned out to be a theme show. Guys that are controlled by women. Whether it's their mothers or their crazy wives.
Maybe we get Earl to bang
and
Gail.
I got away
Earl?
from my mother.
And Gail will just leave Paul.
No.
That'll solve everything.
Well,
it's not a bad idea. And I know you like him crazy.
Yeah, and
not that crazy.
We could send her up there. She could work on the show, and maybe her and Earl.
Isn't it ironic when we finally got to meet his wife after all these years, he starts having an affair?
Yeah, now she's out.
Yeah,
it's like it came full circle.
This new chick, wild, Paul, wild in bed. Nothing turns her off, does it?
First of all,
sicker the better. Let's fuck with the curtains open, right?
Are you part of the Mile High Club now?
First of all, when I'm not really a person who's interested in sex, but when I'm interested in someone, I tend to become an animal, and I mean
bang her in the ass.
Just all day, spend 4 days in a hotel and never really stop.
Wow, I love it, Paul. Now, this is the first girl you banged beside your wife in how long?
Well, we've had discussions before about my past, and we should really review.
But, I mean, did you ever cheat on your wife before this?
Well, we've had discussions about, my kid and all of that, too. But then,
right. Well, you don't have an actual kid, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know you did.
You have a kid?
It's not one that I have any,
How old?
Connection
60?
With. I would say 40.
How old?
15. I don't know.
So this happened while you were married. You went out and banged somebody and got them pregnant.
What do you mean you don't
know?
No,
it was prearranged. They wanted it.
So did you give your sperm or did you actually fuck her?
Yeah.
Which?
The second.
The second.
The point is, we should really review what I've been through, okay? I mean, for all honesty.
Is this anybody I know, Paul, that you did this with?
I don't think so, but...
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who has a 15-year-old kid.
Oh, no, yeah, it was back in New York. But we should really review what I...
Then this kid wouldn't be 15. This kid's got to be in his 20s.
Right.
Okay, then let's say nearly 20.
So you're a grandfather, for all you know.
You're lying about your kid's age. Never mind your own, Stu.
I've never...
I don't want anyone to think my kid's old.
All right. Let's go back and review, if we could, before we even get to the movies.
Right.
Yeah.
We want our child to really know movies. That's why we've asked Paul O to be the father.
Now, would you do that for someone, Fez? Would you give them your sperm, so...
Wow, that's a tough question. I would say no, because I would really be emotionally involved.
Well, how?
I would feel. I mean, if I knew they had my kid.
No, here's what you don't understand. No father is emotionally involved. It's fucking. You don't know this because you don't have kids. Even when you're a father, you see your kid and other kids, they just seem like kids to you. You can't really grasp on anything.
That's what the mother's for.
Yes. That's why you try to find a nice woman. Someone who knows and has feelings. But I had friends that couldn't have a baby, and they asked me to do the same thing. And I had to go over and bone her.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And the only thing is, every time I had to come, I'd pull out and run one on her tits. Because I figured I want to do it a lot. I don't want to just do it once.
You want to get it right.
Yeah. And then finally, the guy says to me, forget it. This ain't working. I go, what do you mean? He goes, you can't get her pregnant banging her in the ass. I go, you a doctor? Let me fucking do it my way. I think it can happen.
Wow, what a great story of love and friendship.
You're welcome. I'm just trying to tell you and Paul that there's hope out there in the world. So,
well,
Paul...
There's hope every day, but,
right.
I mean, my days are coming to an end.
Is your daughter Sandra Day O'Connor?
No. The issue is that we should review that. From the very beginning, I wasn't going to get married in the beginning, and she said she had cancer, so it was like a love story.
She? What is she, a transsexual?
No, it was Gail. I mean, I'm talking.
You know what? We let you tell your nightmare story. Why can't he share?
I'm just saying that was the first step. I mean, the first step was that she said she had cancer, and it was all a lie, I suppose. And okay,
that's water under the bridge.
I accept it.
You stayed with her. How many years you've been married? 20-some?
Yeah.
All right. She takes how many pills a day?
Well, it depends. If you see, there's no real good balance. If she takes a lot of pills, she goes into a coma. If she doesn't take any pills, she's basically throwing.
Why haven't you OD'd her? Why haven't you given her so many pills that she dies? No one is going to accuse you. This is a perfect crime.
Well, first of all, somebody would say, why aren't I managing her pills? Why aren't I taking control of what she's doing? But I've never done that. I've always allowed her to be herself.
Why don't you invest in a couple of Dominicans to beat the shit out of her until she's dead?
Getting back to the thing is that, I mean, I had the best intentions, and, the lies never stopped. I mean,
do you think that we're the new girlfriend cuddling with you in bed? Because we're not, Polo. We don't care about any of this. Do you have reasons to do this? Yes. We agree with you.
Okay, but I'm sure the listeners who've never given me a break in my entire life.
I know this. They don't judge you.
They have never given me a break.
They love your reviews.
They have always, or at least the ones who call in tend to crap on me.
Right.
And I mean, because they like to see me get angry and crazy.
Right.
But they've never tried to hold me and make me feel better.
All right, so here's a way that people are going to like you better. Your wife is sick. She's ill. So you fuck someone else and you're thinking about leaving her. Now they are going to see you as a stand-up guy.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to respect you.
Here's the problem, and that's exactly my feeling. That's why I feel I need to make sure that the list, the guy who just showed up.
You know what I'm worried about when this movie comes out? The headlines. Let the rags get a hold of this, Fez.
He's going to have to do a Diane Sawyer interview like Mel Gibson, trying to make everything else right so he can promote the movie.
Well, like a Tom Sawyer interview. I don't even understand it.
It shouldn't be about the tabloids. It should be about the movie.
All right, Earl, will you judge the movie by what Paulo has done? This horrible thing?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'll judge it for just its artistic merit.
Right. And you don't mind that he broke his vows to God. I mean, he made a vow in front of God. And now he's fucking a stewardess. Okay, fine. I live in a different America than I grew up in. Fine. Good. I'm going to say it too, Paulo. I'm sure it's going to be great.
And you don't think that doesn't enter my mind? If that I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and that all these listeners, they're going to judge me.
Did you try, Paulo? I mean, did you really try?
You only told me every year, religiously, almost every time we talked, you're an asshole, Paul. Why are you still there?
I was joshing you.
You did.
I never thought you'd do it.
Those words burned in my head every time you said it.
So this is my fault that you broke your vow to God.
A little bit.
All right.
I'll be in line opening night at the theater with a picket sign.
You'll be the only person in that line. And by theater, do you mean some burned DVD made in his basement? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, well, the fact is that I think it'll do very well, and I won't be alive. And, that's fine. I'm happy now. And
Has anyone ever directed a masterpiece and then it came out after their death? I know it's happened with...
actors.
With novels, but...
Yeah. Let's see.
I don't think it ever has.
Well, I don't know about masterpieces, but obviously a lot of directors have died before their films have come out. Like,
hey, how twisted and crazy is this new girl of yours?
Yeah, she's
insane.
Just about the best person ever. But I mean, that's I don't want to focus on anything like that.
She's either got to be a saint or a maniac. I can't imagine.
I can't picture her showing your photo to the other stewardesses. This is my poll.
I'm going to disagree there. I think Paulo's a pretty good-looking guy.
And actually, I've found some reason to try and pull myself together too.
Weren't you even Weren't you an underwear model for a while, Paul?
Well, I mean, I have taken those kind of photos, but not for a magazine.
Boy on boy. Hey, does your wife know?
She's constantly asking me about it.
She was a Depends model.
I would love to be the one to tell her.
Oh, please?
Yeah.
Look, do you realize how over I am? I mean, you know, because she's really, you know.
You're over her, huh?
No, I mean, it's not about over her. I mean, it's about, I mean, the ideal thing is that if we could somehow find a little place for her that we could go and take care of her, because you're going to need somebody to take care of her. And, you know, but there is no happy ending here for her. I can't figure out what to do to make, I mean, she's.
How much would you pay me to take care of her? And I'll slap the fuck out of her for you, too, Paul. When I say take care of, I mean torture.
You don't understand.
She's missing her molars.
I went through this torture year in and year out because I have compassion and I know it's not her fault.
All right, somebody wants to help you. Go ahead, Buzzcock. What do you got for Polo?
Yeah, Paulo, I found myself in a similar situation a number of years back, and just for some counsel, in a tender way, I think what should be done in your case, quite honestly, Ramon, bring me a dry cleaning bag and a rubber band.
Did you think it was going to be funnier, Buzzcock? You thought that was going to go over big?
Clearly, I have no interest in murdering anyone at all.
Well, you have killed her spiritually.
Unfortunately, I understand that because, you know, there's no question that despite all of the craziness that she loves me tremendously. And
oh, yeah, she does. That woman's a saint.
You ought to move in with the new one and then just start introducing your wife to people as your mother. Everyone would believe it.
Because she doesn't have a saliva gland like your mom.
Well, she's got herself fixed up yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, I've seen her fixed up, Polo. I saw her.
No,
brought her in here in a crazy wedding dress.
No.
Yeah, baby Jane.
Fucking first time in my life I was ever really frightened.
I brought
like sitting in a room with the devil. I left here and went to St. Patrick's and just dosed myself in holy water.
Earl had a hold on the whole time, too.
Yeah, he did.
I brought her to the studio. I brought her to the studio at any cost, and it was, you know, literally she had been running around.
All right, enough crazy
like
talk.
A maniac.
Enough crazy talk. Tyler, you're on Ron and Fez with Paul L. We lose you, buddy?
Yeah. Again, I don't think the listeners are ever going to understand.
Sean, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
Paul, I live in Florida, and I hate that you live here, but I hope your wife hears this. Your movie hits, she gets all your money and finances a Big Kev production. I can't stand you.
Oh, yeah, it's the Big Kev contingent. And, of course, they spearhead the people who are to get me. I mean,
I would love to see a Big Kev production.
Because me and Big Kev, you know, have always been going head-to-head, and I never understood it. I never understood why we couldn't just agree, and, you know, not even agree, but, you know, argue like, you know, like Siskel and Ebert and be happy. But, no, it always had to be fighting from them, and he always had to be personal and attack me. And that's what everybody wants to see, is me miserable and angry and crazy and screaming.
But until, this is the only time you're happy, right, Paulo? You check into that bad hotel room with your whore for 4 days of fucking coke and sex.
And as I say, you know, nobody understands. And even you want to feed the listeners that kind of a line.
That's
you know
not true.
Very well that
I'm your friend, Paul. I'm the one who told you to break your vow to God.
You did. So it is kind of it's kind of every time.
Yeah.
You know, every time she'd grab a soup can and throw it at my head.
Right.
You know, you would say that's not.
But I never thought you'd cheat on her. I never did.
Yeah, right. So now you're making me feel bad. Is that what?
I don't want you to feel bad. I want you to review movies.
I'm not going to.
We're 20 minutes into this, you haven't even brought up anything.
Yeah, I understand, and we should just. And first thing I wanted to do is go straight into the movies. Talk about the movies and.
How can I think about the movies now when I think of the immoral actions that you've done?
I haven't even admitted to doing anything. I just talk.
You said 4 days. You banged the hell out of this.
Yeah, I'm just saying hypothetically.
You called yourself an animal.
I'm saying theoretically, hypothetically, and you know, and again, I think most of the listeners right now don't know everything that you know. How much she's put me through over the years.
I personally, I think she's a lovely lady.
Yeah, and again, trying to make me look bad. Well, it doesn't matter because, you know, if I was going to pay you to kill somebody, it would be me. I would, you know, without a hit on myself.
Free. We're friends.
That's nice.
We are friends. I'd never charge you a dime for that.
Because I don't see how this is all going to work out.
All right, Paula, what movies you got to review?
All right, well, obviously we're heading right into Oscar season. There's lots of movies coming out, so We've got the Oscar bait this week is Catch a Fire with Tim Robbins, Running with Scissors and Annette Bening, Babel with Brad Pitt. Then you've got things like Shut Up and Sing with the Dixie Chicks, Death of a President with George Bush, and things like The Bridge about suicides off to San Francisco. Saw 3, of course, is the big movie of the week. And that wasn't screened for critics, but I did manage to catch it, and it is gorier by far than the first
I'm
movie.
sorry, Paul. All I can think about is you banging your whore. It's the only thing on my mind right now.
First of all, let's talk about...
Did you get married in the church?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's talk about this person
sweet
as
Jesus.
a saint,
What have you
okay? As a saint. And I'm not...
The new girl's a saint?
Yeah.
Yeah. The patron saint of what? Let me fuck her in the ass. That's what she's the saint of.
Oh,
Saint.
Paul.
A saint. And I'm
Why
not
is it
worthy.
that the side chicks are the ones that are willing to do anything crazy? Be happy, Paulo. You got to go mod. What more could you want in life?
And so Saw 3 was I think it's going to deliver a lot of gore, but there are fans of the original movie, the original 2 movies that thought, that they had good plot.
Shut up!
Shut up!
Shut up!
It's Big Kev. Hey, Big Kev. What's happening, buddy? Big Kev.
I am so sick of this movie segment turning into the Paulo story.
Right, me too. It drives me nuts.
Big
Paulo,
I
can you
understand
just
you've had
get
some
to-
problems too,
No,
and I want us
Paulo,
to try and
shush,
make up.
Shush.
I've never understood why
Paul,
you...
listen to me.
It was
Just
because
shut
of
up
the
about
enema,
your
wasn't it?
life and just review the movie previews that you've seen this.
Oh.
First of all, Big Kev, again, we need to address our issue.
No,
because from the very
we don't need to address anything. You
Well,
need
you
to
know,
talk
if
about
I would
your
hug you if I
generic,
could get my
it's
arms
a good
around you, but
movie,
the
I saw
point
the
is-
preview, and let it go already. No one cares about your life. Shut up.
No, first of all, Big Kev, again, the hostility. You're trying to make
It's
me
not
angry. I'm not going to
hostility.
fight.
I'm
not
trying
gonna fight.
to help you.
I don't want to have to slap you. I just want us to get along. Try and just to disagree on movies. Just disagree on the movies. No.
Right. I disagree that you've seen any of these movies that you talk about.
First of all, sir, it's not about what you... I mean, you can talk about your opinions of movies. I'll talk about my opinions of movies, but it's always a personal attack, Kev. And it's been
not.
like that.
I don't want to hear anything about you or your life. I'd rather you just drivel your way through the movie with your generic descriptions
First of all,
the movie
look,
previews.
I mean, you want me
and
to
just
attack you
drop
personally,
it
and it's all
already.
about that you're a geek who only likes certain kinds of genre films. You're not
That's
interested in
it.
the
I only like
broad-based-
I only like movies that I see, Paulo.
I've seen them all, you bastard. Now
Uh-huh.
fuck off. I mean, we can't just talk about a movie and disagree about a movie. No, you got to attack me personally, you fuck. I'll fucking
I'm
kick your ass
trying to
up
get
and down
you
the
to
street,
not
you
talk
motherfucker.
about yourself. Nobody cares.
You don't understand. I'm responding to Ron's questions, not you, you motherfucker. Now, I'm sick and tired. You have an opinion about a movie, we'll discuss it. Or go fucking suck a cock,
couldn't you
bitch.
just say to Ron, Ron, I'd rather talk about the movies, not, no. What you do is launch into some
Excuse me, that was the
tirade
first
about,
thing I said. That was
about
the first thing I
whores and
said, you
coke
bitch.
and
Now fuck
lost
off.
weekends and my
talk about a movie.
crazy wife.
Say what, did you
Shut
see a movie
up.
this week? All right, go ahead and talk. Because, I mean, obviously you're not responding to a word I fucking say.
Hey, look, you know what, Paul? If you'll shut up about your own life and just talk about the movies, I won't ever harass you again.
That's bullshit.
Oh, no,
Look,
it's not.
Kevin, I don't know why, from the beginning, you were jealous of me, because years ago I was doing reviews and getting an enema, and somehow you took objection to that.
Yeah. What on earth would I be jealous of? That you're married to a fat, crazy whore?
Well, first
and
of
you
all,
think
you're
that
fat,
you know
sir,
something
and
about
he
movies?
is very,
That's
very
what I'm
thin.
supposed to be jealous of?
Well,
your
first of all,
crack whore
again,
wife
why
and
is
your
the
awful existence?
This is not Siskel and Ebert, sir. This is not about the
No,
movies.
it certainly isn't.
It's
They
the
watch
Pearl
the
and
movies
the Kevin
too,
Hayes
Paulo.
Brothers show. It doesn't make sense to me.
They have seen the
I'm
movies
trying to show
also.
you love, sir.
Love?
Love. That's all I'm about now.
Paul. No one cares.
Fuck
Just give us your little
They
useless
want to hear.
tidbits
This is what
about
you
this
want.
week's
This is what
movies.
exactly you're here for now.
Saw
is to
2
see us
is going to
fighting.
be the big movie this week. Wow, what an incredible insight.
Fuck you. Then tell me what you've seen this week. Have you said one word of what you've seen?
No, it's not about me, Paul. It's not the big Kevin Paulo moment in movies. It's the Paulo. Your life
All
is
I'm
an
asking is
awful,
that I told
terrible
you from
movie
the beginning,
segment.
you're my nemesis. You're always out there, and you've got a few of your geek friends just sitting around, laying in wait for me. I'd be happy if all of you would just respond talking about the movies, but it's always about me.
all of my geek friends tune in to listen to my show, BigKevsGeekStuff.com.
There you go. So here you go.
And they don't have time to waste on somebody who's basically telling them what they've seen in the movie trailer.
You know, we understand that you guys like certain types of movies. You know,
no, I don't like certain. Yeah, I like certain types of movies, Paulo. The kind that I see, which is unlike
and I see them all.
Of
Again,
course, you've
I don't
seen them
understand
all.
what the attack is about.
You're making a movie. You've seen every movie. You have all this horrible stuff going on in your life. You have lost weekends with coke and whores, and you just do everything, Paul.
I said nothing about coke
When do you
or whores.
sleep?
I said nothing. Everything was hypothetical and theoretical. But the point is...
Of course it is.
The point
like
is...
you seeing movies. Hypothetical and theoretical.
No, but again, you're just having an insane hatred of me.
No, I don't. I don't hate anybody, Paul.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
You hate me.
I don't hate you, Paul.
Hate
Believe me.
I love you.
All right, Big Kev. Go ahead and plug your show again.
It's Big Kev's Geek Stuff. Check it out at BigKevsGeekStuff.com.
Thanks, my friend.
Take care.
All right, Paulo.
Yes.
We tried to give you a movie partner. It turns into a shitstorm.
I begged him numerous times to just say something about a movie.
Do you have to work blue?
I didn't know that that's what it was coming to.
You can't seem to get along with anyone.
I don't like that. I mean, because I really have such a big heart.
You do. You've got a big enough heart for two women.
3 sizes bigger than it was. Anyway,
This new girl, Paulo, do you love her?
as I said, I do not really get involved with people normally.
But this time you do. Is there love?
Yes.
There is. All right, then she must let you come in her face. Because that's the only way I've ever felt love, when they do that.
But Ron, I totally respect the way you feel about people, okay? But I'm not like you in any way. We know that. I mean, that's a good thing.
I wouldn't leave a crazy person. Well, if my wife was sick, I'd stay.
This is all you've said to me over the years.
I made a mistake. I'm the first to admit it.
Okay, but I don't think, about sex. I don't think, I become emotionally involved. I'm like in a way.
All right, let's put you on the phone with a real movie star. Jay Moore, you're on with Paul O.
Yeah, I can't take it. Who is this guy? Every time I listen to your show, like every fifth time, this guy's a fucking wackadoo, screaming at his wife, pacing. He's breathing into the phone heavy. I can't understand what he's saying. I'm in California and he's bugging the shit out of me. I'm about to drive my truck into a fucking retaining ditch. Who is this person?
Finally, the actors get to talk back to the movie critics. This never happens.
I love
Who is this person? Like, who is he?
I think you still, could be a really good. Jay, let's not start off like this. I haven't talked to you before.
No, every time you're on the radio, it's like this crazy drama. It's dead cats and dead dogs, and Ron's got to go, please stop breathing into the phone, Paulo.
I'm sorry. It's not about that. I only want to do is talk about the movies. Ron, the first thing he does is I say, no, please let me talk about the movies.
What movie? No one knows what you're talking about. No one knows what movie you're making. No one knows anything except you, Ron, and like a dozen people. I guarantee you, if you go on Whackbag and take a poll and say, what the fuck is Steve-O talking about? 40% will go, I thought you knew.
What? Steve-O, what are you talking about?
Steve-O got his name from me, I understand, but that's but that's not the
See, like that right there. Stop. Like that, stop. Like that right there. What the fuck did that mean?
I'm sorry, Jay.
It's crazy talk.
I wasn't prepared to deal with a Jay Moore today. I really wasn't.
What?
A Jay Moore.
What are you talking? Hi, Fezzy. I don't know. Hi, Tappy. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say. Look, I didn't want to make it about me. I didn't want to make it about me, Jay. I'm sorry. I feel bad.
No, see, again, another crazy sentence. I called to make it about you, so now it's about you.
No, so let's talk about the movie.
You fucking stuttering prick, you fucking dizzy fuck. Paulo, what the fuck are you talking about? Not just right now, ever.
Okay.
Your fucking wife crying over a dead fucking dog 2 years ago.
I understand.
You're breathing into the phone like fucking Lenny in a Vice and Men. Who is this guy?
Stop saying who am I? I've been doing the show.
Paulo, think about the rabbits. Just think about the rabbits.
Pet him. But Ron, who is this person?
I've been reviewing movies for years, but unfortunately, for some reason, because of my wife's craziness, it's gotten off track, and I never wanted it to. I never wanted it to. I wanted to.
Okay, now it's my turn. Where did you review movies? In what vein? How did people read your reviews? Where?
I became associated with Ron and Fez many years ago when I was.
Well, weren't you writing for something? The Penny
I was
Saver?
writing for various papers, little papers, nothing big, and I was doing little shows, television and stuff, and we became associated.
Public access.
Yeah, but I mean, it did expand.
Easy, Tappy, easy.
Jay, and I went to NYU Film School. I have some credentials.
I didn't even know that.
So did half the Jew boards in Connecticut. But why are they not on the radio?
Well, that's true, but who said Joel Siegel should be reviewing movies? It's not. I mean,
ABC.
I didn't even know you fucking reviewed movies until 5 seconds ago.
Well, that's because things have gotten out of control, and I apologize. I apologize.
Did you think for a second, Paulo, that maybe you and your wife are crazy? Like, maybe you're crazier than a shithouse rat also?
Yes, but I have gotten that way. I understand. I've gotten crazier and crazier, and what I need is some people to understand my journey and how I don't even want people
Nobody
to understand.
cares.
But I understand. Okay,
it's
don't
bad
care.
radio.
Don't care.
No one cares about you and your journey. They care about Ron Bennington talking to Fez Watley off the cuff, having fun. Earl comes in, says something stupid, goes, no. That's how you know he's lying when he goes, no, first. That's the show dynamic. Eastside Dave comes in and goes, Harry Connick is a dynamic singer who also has been acting.
Jay, just a little background. I used to be on the show every week in the studio and doing a lot of crazy shit.
So you're Stalker Patty. You're Stalker Patty.
At best.
At best. No, I basically...
He wishes.
Look, I mean, it was all about...
Easy, Tappy.
Before Fear Factor and before...
the fucking Dolphins. What's going on
Jackass and all that shit. I was doing real dumbass shit, okay? And now I'm very embarrassed by it all. And so I have some history with the show. I mean, and I've tried to back away from all the crazy.
Yeah.
How could both of us have been so wrong about the Dolphins? Keep going, Paulo. How could both of us have been so wrong about the Dolphins?
Well, it was really just one of us. You talked me into it.
How did I talk you into it? I called it last year. If you go to SI.com and pull up my archive articles, I said next year it'll be the Dolphins in Miami.
If Fez hears an opinion, it becomes his.
It's kind of like Earl. I bet Earl didn't have Virginia Tech beating fucking Clemson.
Wait, I'm the one that's 4-0.
That's true. The guy's absolutely perfect.
A little something. Oh, did you have Virginia Tech beating Clemson?
Yes, I did.
Wow. You know why? Because it's black. Blacks getting behind the blacks.
Beautiful.
Virginia Tech might be the blackest fucking school in America.
You know what? I got an email, too, I wanted to bring up to you, Earl. And this email said, with guys wearing jerseys, going to games wearing jerseys, why do you see white guys wearing black players' jerseys, but you will never see a black guy wearing a white guy's jersey?
Not true. Peyton Manning, Joe Namath, Wayne Corbett. They always make the rounds.
They will?
And I always used to say, whenever a white guy, me and my friends, when we see a black guy wearing a white guy jersey, we feel like we won something.
That's nice.
Like we feel like, I saw a black guy outside Caroline's wearing a Wayne Corbett jersey, and I high-five my friend.
All right, well, then let me throw out this email. I thought I was going to start a nice conversation that would fill 20 minutes.
No, we can kill 20 minutes. Just have Paulo give his address.
Paulo, I wanted to hear you stand up to Jay Moore. I mean, God knows, as a critic, you attack movies.
I have no interest in attacking anybody personally, especially, face to face. And we already know that I'm here defending myself. It's not about Jay. It's not about me. I just wanted to do the movies. First thing I said, let's just go straight into the movies. Because
what movie?
I
really want to call him up on Whackbag. Who is this guy, and should he ever come back? Because every time you're on the radio, I don't even know what fucking time zone I'm in.
Jay.
What movie? What movie? What are you talking about?
Well, first of all, I'm reviewing movies. My movie is Gap, which is separate from the movies I'm reviewing. Actually, there is some similarity.
When is this movie coming out?
I should have it edited in a few weeks, like in 2 or 3
Does it have a name?
Yes, Gap.
Gap?
Why is editing taking 3 times longer than shooting?
Well, because we have contract problems.
Come on, Fez, get with the business.
Yeah, it does take.
Come on, Fez.
But it doesn't actually. This won't actually take that much time. But we had big contract problems the last month or two.
What were the contract problems?
There was some fighting, and we finally worked it out. We basically repositioned everybody and got them away.
And then you fucked one of the girls on set.
How did you get your funding, Paulo? How did you get your funding for this
movie? Well, first of all, I had talked about a huge, big budget film where I wanted to get hooked up with a Steven Spielberg or something. So
yeah, me too. How did you get funding for this thing you made?
Well, because the idea was that I needed it to be protected. So when that never worked out, I simply said, well, let's do the ultra low budget film that I have, and so
Paulo.
It didn't take much money. I could have done it myself, but I just wanted to.
Paulo.
Yes.
Where did you get the funding for this movie you made?
A few people came together from the show.
Couple listeners.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, not the staff.
What kind of back-end deals did you give these listeners?
It's a very collaborative effort. Everyone involved got a little percentage. And, I mean, except for the people who actually put up the money, they got the biggest parts.
And it's called GAT?
GAP.
G-A-T?
G-A-P.
All right.
It's a horror film, but with...
Now, why are you on the radio today?
It's with art house pretensions. So, I mean,
It's a what? A horror film with what, Paul?
Art house pretensions. And I'm just saying that, I was calling in just to review movies like I've done for years and years and years, Jay, and I understand that this drama is not something I'm particularly interested in perpetuating. And there's a lot of, like I say, a lot of people like to see me get all angry and upset, and I don't like it. I don't like it.
I don't mind you getting angry as long as you're not mouth breathing into the phone while your wife's trying to calm you down.
That's why I don't like it, because I do get too upset. I don't like it.
You were out of control. Like, you need to see a therapist, and you need to stop blaming your wife for your craziness.
No, you got to understand. Everybody knows.
No, you got to understand, fella.
No, she really is.
I got a kid in preschool, and with these eyes, in 10 years, they're going to tell me to get a shepherd. I need one big school, and then I'm out, Charlie.
No, I'm just saying, she's really crazy, and I've become...
A movie critic doesn't even know Pope of Greenwich Village.
No, of course he doesn't.
No, I do, but I can't focus. There's too much coming at me, and I am crazy at this point. There's no question.
Why are you on the radio today?
I do movie reviews on Friday when the movie's open.
Okay, what movies are you... I haven't heard a fucking movie review.
None at all.
Because that...
You fucking wacko. All day I'm going, what, cut to the manhole already.
There's Running with Scissors. There's Saw 3. There's Catch a Fire with Tim Robbins. There's Babel with Brad Pitt.
I know what it is, Ron.
Yeah.
It's what I do in auditions. Let me talk as long as possible, and I'll give the illusion of doing well before I actually audition.
Stop it.
So whoever has to come in the audition behind me goes, like, I go into an audition, and I'm breaking balls, I'm doing impressions, like, oh, you did a movie with Pacino? Oh, that's fantastic. Good for you. Like, I'm all over the ice, right?
Right.
And then, like, a half hour goes by, and they're like, are you ready? And I go, yeah. And then I ask a couple more questions about the scene. Then I do it once, and then I go, could I do it again? So I'm in there for 45 minutes. I leave the room, everyone goes, well, he got it. He was in there for a fucking hour. What am I sitting here for? I basically kibosh everyone before they even get in there. I give the illusion of success.
The unfortunate...
So Paulo comes on to review movies and fucking croaks his way about his fucking wife and his dead dog for an hour, and he just named 5 movies he hasn't even touched yet, setting himself up for 2.5 hours of radio time.
It's true.
He's trying to rope-a-dope us.
He tells his whole life story, and then he does a movie phone impression, and then he leaves.
Nothing would make me happier to get in and out. Do the movies, get in, get out. It'd be nice. It'd be relaxing.
Then why don't you do it?
Because I have loyalty to Ron and Fez, they've helped me through a lot.
They don't really like you. I talked to them off the air. They go, I can't believe Paulo's coming in.
You understand, Jay?
I talked to Ron last night. I said, you got to call in tomorrow. I got Paulo coming in. It's like a fucking albatross around my neck. But I got to stay loyal to this guy.
I didn't want you to say that on the air, though, Jay.
Hold on. Well, then hit the dump button. He said, honestly, Jay, I feel a little Selena type thing. This guy might shoot me.
First of all, this is XM. If I hit the dump button, it just says fuck. Fuck over and over.
Well, good.
I'm like Luca Brasi. There's a little bit, I'm very loyal, but, they don't quite know what to do with me. I understand that. And it's not that but I really have a very fervent love of movies.
You're still not reviewing them to this moment.
Not about, because...
How did you like Running the Scissors, Paulo?
I will happily review this quickly as I can, all the movies. Saw 3.
Let me ask you this real fast. How do you make money? When your checks come in the mail, why do they come?
Well, over the years, they have paid me. And
No.
Who's paid you? Us?
Yes, over the years.
When?
In various ways.
We got your dental work one time. That was it.
From a listener.
They don't even pay Fez.
They do too.
We pay Fez, just not as much.
Yeah,
They pay Fez in hairless Mexicans.
They gave me hair once, and the point is that I've gotten many benefits, and they have paid me actual cash money.
Oh yeah, we got your hair plugs.
Right.
Yeah, and
So how does that pay rent? How do you
And this new fucking chick.
I never wanted to get into the crazy radio business. It was always,
How do you make your money, Paulo? When your landlord says, "I need that money for the rent," you go, "Okay, I have your." Hold on. We can sing together. We can't talk together.
Okay.
When your landlord goes, "Hey, Paulo, I need that rent," you say, "It's okay, landlord. I got all this money laying around from blank." Match game, go.
Fine. What I did was that I work as a juvenile justice officer, so I'm an officer of the law, and I did have $500,000 that my wife spent in a bipolar, rage or whatever. I mean,
So how did you get $500,000?
Through various
No, I don't know.
legal battles.
Mother died, in-laws died.
That's the main way.
All right. That's one way to make it.
He sold 2 houses in 6 months.
So my life was set, and then she threw it all away, and that's what the final thing was.
Boy, you were just on the radio with this woman. This woman that gets thrown under a bus was talking you off a ledge 2 weeks ago on the radio.
True.
Yeah. But and anyway, the reviews I'll give. Just so everybody's happy. Running with Scissors was supposed to be Oscar bait. Annette Bening is great, but the whole movie is wacky. Saw 3 is much gory as in the first 2, but doesn't make much sense. Catch a Fire is about apartheid, which is over a decade ago. But Tim Robbins is good. Does a good apartheid accent. Babel with.
I can't take it, Ron. I gotta go.
All right, see you, Jay.
I tried. I'm trying to do the review so everybody's happy, but no.
Paulo, you haven't been worse than the last 2 seconds. The end of this was just terrible. I thought you were doing well for a while.
I understand.
All right, we got to take a break.
All right.
You want to check out the Ron and Fez replay tomorrow, 2 p.m. in the East. Paranoid is going to be part of the replay. We'll be having the Cosmic Circus as part of the replay tomorrow.
We couldn't do this after the break, Earl? We couldn't, the fact we went 2 hours without breaking, now we have to extend with this? Of course we're going to say it after the break. Don't worry.
But anyway, Bruno Kirby will make sure the movie gets out even if I'm dead, so don't worry about it.
Wait a minute, tell me about what's the big film this weekend?
The big film, of course, is Saw 3.
Ronnie, Fezzy, the Ron and Fez Show, XM 202.
Ron and Fez Show. Fez, he just mentioned this, that during our best of over the weekend, we're going to find a place to play an hour of the Cosmic Circus. If you listen to the show at all, you hear a lot of Perry songs. He also does this other project he calls the Cosmic Circus. When is this airing, Fez?
It is going to be Saturday, 2 p.m. in the East is when you're going to hear the Cosmic Circus on the Ron and Fez replay.
Now, does it get another replay, Earl? You were telling me...
It's going to re-air Sunday night between midnight and, I guess now, 3 a.m. because of daylight saving time. We'll have a bonus hour, so
it'll be the same hour of the Cosmic Circus?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'll replay during that overnight also.
So we're
on the East Coast.
Yes, somewhere in the middle of that daylight saving hour.
Yes, it'll be the last hour of that show.
Now, how does that affect the West Coast? I never understand. The daylight saving hour happens a different time all the way across the country, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, because it's a certain time you're supposed to set the clocks back.
2 a.m., right?
Yeah.
So it's 2 a.m. everywhere, but when you're playing that extra hour here, it'll really be playing at like 11 on the West Coast.
Yeah, I think they overlap it so that when that hour kicks in on the West Coast, it'll just overflow, I guess.
I know. It doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
It doesn't even make any sense at all.
And then Indiana doesn't change the time at all, do they?
I don't blame them. I do not blame him.
Yeah, but it'll definitely run 2 p.m. on the East Coast tomorrow and during the overnights on the East Coast on Sunday.
So Perry must think this is cool, right? Perry must be into this.
Perry is on cloud nine. He is so excited about it.
It's unusual for Perry to be happy about anything. Normally, he's upset.
Very, very humble.
Really?
The whole experience.
The same Perry. Perrynoid.
Yes.
Okay.
The most grandiose, humble guy I know.
All right, so things are going, my plan's coming apart. Patrick is co-hosting the show today. Perry's taking an hour. And more, if you notice, I'm pushing Fesley more and more out of the show.
I didn't notice it until just now, but yeah.
What I want you to do is to man up with your mom, get that straightened out. I got Paulo leaving his wife. I'm very, very busy running everybody's life right now.
A lot of things are happening, that's for sure.
You're welcome.
I don't know if they're all good things.
I want you to think of yourself as a baby chick of mine.
I almost ended up in Delaware today.
You know, I thought we would have heard from Eastside Dave today. I thought he would have called in.
Yeah, he said, hey, I'm going to listen in. I'm going to call in from the road at various stops. Haven't heard a peep from him yet.
Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, you guys are talking about the time change. I want to let you guys know in Arizona, it never changes. You always stay the same time.
All right, let's try to figure this out then. On that day, we're running 25 hours of programming, right?
Right.
To fill in 24. What will Arizona get? Oh, two of the hours will be overplayed over each other?
That's weird.
Are you in Arizona, Dan?
Yeah, I'm in Arizona. It doesn't change, so...
Yeah, listen all day to 202 to see what you come up with. From Saturday into Sunday, right? Or where's the extra hour must go into Sunday, none into Saturday.
Right, early Sunday morning.
Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez. Go ahead, Ryan. No, we lost you. Jamie, you're now on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, Fez, I hate to break it to you, but you're wrong again on Indiana. They changed so we do daylight savings time this year. They started that this spring.
Oh, he's constantly wrong about everything.
It's just new this year.
It's so difficult to do a show. I don't know how I did it in the old days. Now that I got all the new things, it's really helping out.
I don't like any of the new stuff.
Why does Jay Moore call you Tappy?
Because Tappy was a nickname I picked up on this show because people accused me of nervously tapping my foot in here when I never was ever doing it.
That's called restless leg syndrome, which might even be a better nickname for you.
There's an idea, another drug for me to take.
Although I do like the name Tappy. Hey, Tappy. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's going on, fellas?
Yeah.
I'm calling up about The Departed.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've seen it. I saw it, and I'll tell you, I wasn't really that impressed. I didn't think the ending was too satisfying.
I more or less agreed with you. All the guys on the show liked it better than I did. I thought it was a lot of great scenes in the movie. I didn't know that if it made an overly great film, but we were talking about going and seeing it again. Maybe we'll do that when Dave and Fez get back from Delaware.
I'm already back from Delaware. I never went.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely go see it again.
Earl, you loved it, right?
Yeah, I thought it was one of the better movies of the last
All
15
time.
years.
Of how long?
Last 15 years.
That's insane. That's high praise indeed. But I'm going to go back and say it again.
It's like a 2.5-hour head rush.
Josh, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, you love Ether then?
Hello.
I love Ether. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to let y'all know that Indiana, about 90% of it actually changes with daylight savings time now. They jump forward and back. And also, your zones that don't change time zones, the only thing that's really going to change for them when you play 25 hours or so, you say they're just going to start hearing everything at different times.
That
Like
sounds bizarre. It sounds like they could never get caught up.
Well, we'll never get caught up. I don't know how that means.
Somebody's going to get stuck in a time loop.
Yeah.
Well, what it is like if they heard it at 3, and say now they'll hear it at 4.
See, the whole thing about time, it only works if everybody agrees. Because what makes anything any time is just the universal illusion. But when people start to break off and start their own illusions, there's no way to get around it. Now we're fucked.
My family that lives in Newfoundland...
They used to beat you?
No.
Yell at you for not keeping your room clean?
No.
Okay.
But Newfoundland, they're an hour and a half ahead of us. So it's not even like a full hour. They go an hour and a half.
What time zone is that considered? I think, isn't there a Maritimes or something is where Nova Scotia is, right?
Right, yeah.
Is that called Maritime?
I think it might be. Is there a Labrador time or something?
I've heard of that.
Labrador Retriever? Labrador Retriever is probably what their time zone is.
They're letting the dogs set the clocks up there. That's the problem. So how do you go ahead a half hour? That makes no sense.
Well, maybe they're not that far over.
Still.
I don't know why you would bother. Either way on a half hour.
At that point.
Luckily in Newfoundland, no one has to be to work.
Exactly. No one's going there, so it's...
Doesn't really matter. Everybody's sleeping in. All right, well, let's plug anyway. Definitely what we know tomorrow with Paranoid is we are giving them 1 hour tomorrow of our best of, and that will air at
2 p.m. in the East, Saturday afternoon.
Now, Earl, you heard this and you love it?
Yeah, it's interesting, it's quirky, it's definitely strange, and it's Paranoid. It's classic Paranoid.
Hey, Perry.
Hey, guys, what's up?
Hey.
This is crazy. Earl, what the fuck are you talking about, humbled?
Yeah.
I deserve this. I'm the fakest entertainer you guys have never heard.
See, this is the Paranoid I'm used to.
This humble shit. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
Talking to him on the phone's like talking to an absolute cup.
What? Is that some of the stuff we got to look forward to tomorrow?
Yeah, that's just a little sampling. You know
you absolute cup.
Oh, no, now he's Captain Confidence now.
Hey, guys, really, this means a lot. Thank you very much. We're going to have a lot of fun. I got a lot of things to say about Jay Moore, the whack baggers. I dare anyone to get through with a Ramon call. Bring it on.
Yeah.
And anything you got, we're going to talk about. So it's going to be, and some big announcements as well. I just really appreciate it.
All right, Perry. We're happy for you, buddy.
What do you mean, all right, Perry? Come on.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
That's not good enough.
Are we going to mention the other half of this deal?
What's that?
All right. I guess you'll have to tune in and find out, brother.
All right. See you then.
See you, man.
All right, bye. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. 866-RUN-0-FEZ. Fezzy, I noticed that you and Patrick have both brought your guitars. We wanted to get into some kind of a sing-off, though. But if you guys don't mind, I got a little business to take care of first. Here he comes, Mr. Perfect. He's 4-0. Every week he gives me the lock of the week, and this week I'm pushing all in.
And it's worth pushing all in. My perfect pick for this week, I am going to go with the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
13-point favorite over Navy. They will win, and they will cover. They have to take it out on someone. It'll be the Navy.
You know,
the U.S. Navy.
I bet just what you say. I don't try to think about it, but I watched Notre Dame last week. They were lucky to come in that with the win. They were giving up, I think, 13 or 14 last week. If we would have bet on them, we would have lost. The offense looked terrible to the very last play of the game.
Charlie Weiss will whip this offense into shape and destroy Navy this weekend. This is their statement game.
And that game, neutral site, Baltimore.
Let me tell you something, my friend. There's no such thing as neutral as long as there's Catholics in that town. You are not going neutral with Notre Dame.
Go with the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame.
Yes, since Vatican II, we haven't been as fired up, but we still are going to back Notre Dame. Jamie, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy.
Yeah. Yes.
What's up with you? How come you're not letting Patrick talk? You're not letting him get a word in edgewise. Are you scared that he's going to take over your show?
I've noticed that he's been chattier today than any day for the past year.
Patrick's free to try to take this show if he wants to. I don't think he can.
Patrick, you got the guitar with you today.
Yes, I do.
Fez, where's yours?
I don't have a guitar.
Interesting. You don't play, do you?
No, I don't.
And yet, the whole family plays, the family that you wanted to be a part of.
Well, maybe I could, end up on a tambourine or maracas or something.
Like the redheaded sister in the Partridge Family?
Like Tracy Partridge, yes.
With nothing to really add besides her goddamn ugly looks and her tambourine?
No, I thought she played like the triangle or something. It wasn't even a
Triangle? What rock band has a triangle?
They just gave her any prop. Just hit it and make sure you stay in time.
All right, Mr. Perfect.
Perfect? Have you picked up a speech impediment I don't even know about?
I don't think I have an impediment.
Patrick, what are you going to be doing for us today?
I really don't know. I'm totally unprepared.
Well,
I had a couple of ideas. Well, I don't know. Can you hear it? Mm-hmm. Can you hear it?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah. I don't know. We could go...
That's the It Makes You Fez song.
And a better version of it than I've ever heard before.
He's not exactly the dead German tourist.
Yeah, nice compliment. That was nice of you. Patrick, of course, is the real boyfriend of Fez's fake fiancée. Well, no, that's weird because she's a real person, and yet you have a fake relationship with her.
See, you got it all messed up.
Yeah, I don't even understand it.
Yeah, I am dating Dawn Cumia,
Right.
Anthony's sister. Patrick, otherwise known as Fat Opie, used to go out with her.
Last Saturday?
Now he's just clinging around.
What do you want to do for us?
How about a Who song? You played a Kinks song yesterday.
Sure.
A Who song.
All right.
All right. Let me start that over.
Fez, stop throwing shit at him.
Yeah.
Can't play?
You think we look pretty good together. You think my shoes are made of leather. But I'm a substitute for another guy. You look pretty tall, but my heels are high. The simple things you see are all complicated. I look pretty young, but I'm just backdated, yeah. Substitute me for him. Substitute my Coke fortune. Substitute you for my mom. At least I'll get my washing done. I was born with a plastic spoon in my mouth. The north side of my town faced east, and the east was facing south. But now you dare to look me in the eye. Those crocodile tears are what you cry. The genuine problem you won't try to work it out at all. Just pass it by, pass it by. Substitute your lies for facts. I see right through your plastic mat. I look all white, but my dad was black. My Sunday suit is really made out of sax.
All right. Finally, some talent on the Ron and Fez show.
I can't even look at him. That was so bad.
That was excellent. Earl, what'd you think? I saw you over there playing air drums.
That was excellent. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's better if my guitar would stand too.
You know what? I honestly like the new show that we're doing where you never know when we're going to break into song.
I don't care for it so much.
We have really let the old too much Fez on the show days get to us for such a long time.
I don't think there was ever too much Fez on this show.
I just go by what John Manelli says.
What?
Hey, Patrick, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Ronnie, congratulations on the new show, buddy. It's cutting edge.
Yeah, Ron and Patrick, no other show out there will break into song from time to time.
The name of the show is Ron and Fez. That's not changing at all.
Yeah, right now we're just letting them get back into tune, feel comfortable, and we'll do a little more songs.
We're going to do more?
Yes.
With this two-bit guitar playing?
Here's Jeff. Jeff, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, you buddies, I love the show.
Thanks.
Hey, I wanted to, I'm a little befuddled by Mr. Perfect's pick there for Notre Dame. You know, I know that Navy has a bunch of gay guys in it. At least that's what I've been told. But then on top of that, I mean, bragging about a win over Navy is like bragging to your buddies about kissing your sister.
Here's what you don't understand, my friend. I can tell you're not a gambler. It doesn't matter what the pick is as long as it wins. You guys get all caught up in the fact of my team. Earl throws that away. He does not have a favorite college team. He's just going by the feel of it right now.
And I'm looking by what really matters. What's in your wallet? Does your wallet double or does it get empty at the end of the day?
I am so excited right now. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not crazy about the pick. Wasn't crazy about last week's. We gave up 23 points last week, and we walked into an easy win. Here is Brian. Brian, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, I hate to break it to you, but I think you're halfway out the door. It said Ron and Patrick on the pad date all show.
Yeah, that is true. 866 Ron Zero Fez. We'll have to change that to Ron Zero Pat. 866 Ron Zero Fez. Hey, Wayne, you're on Ron and Fez.
Couldn't we just say
I got a question for you. Didn't you guys used to have somebody on the show by the name of Fez?
Yeah, we did back in the old days.
I'm still here.
Yeah. Didn't he used to have didn't he have some kind of a friend? Imagine some Dawn Cumia.
Yeah, it's really hard to remember all the bizarre storylines back in those days.
I'm still here. And Dawn Cumia, Anthony's sister's not imaginary.
No, she's not.
She's my real-life relationship.
You know what? It's more like your imaginary, Fez. Like I'm able to see you less and less as this show's going on. Like you're fading away.
All right, you're just freaking me out now.
I'm starting to feel like I can see through you.
I'm still in the picture.
Yeah. Trucker Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, I got great news for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can start taking a day off once in a while when you're a little worn out, and we can have the Patrick and Perfect show.
You know what? Not a bad idea. Because finally, the team is coming together. Finally, I can spend a little time doing the things I like to do, Fez. Tend to my garden.
I am going to be here. I am not leaving this radio program. I'm not going anywhere. And let's face it, the guitar playing, not all that strong. Neither the vocals.
Would you like to sing and play one of your tunes, Fez?
No, I don't do that for a living. I don't do that.
I'll let you use my guitar, Fez.
Patrick, you got something else for us?
And
you're really thinking about putting together a band, I was reading, too, huh?
Yeah.
An all-pest band.
Actually, it's... The next step is we actually have to get together.
All right, who's all in this band right now?
Well, who we've got right now, I'm playing guitar.
Yeah.
We have Michael from Eggplant Queens playing drums.
Know him very, very well. Good guy.
We got Pat from 2U playing bass.
Perfect.
And we have Joe Curry, who some people know as Plankfoot. He was the keyboard player in Rock Gut.
All right, so this is very, very strong. Very, very strong.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be good.
Yeah, it sounds like you've gotten enough padding to cover your weaknesses there.
Well, and then we're also going to have various pest guests doing different things.
Nice.
It'll be fun. It'll be
very, very nice.
It's not just going to be a band. It's going to be a little more than that.
A lot more than that. And Fez, it seems like you've got nothing to announce.
No, I don't have a band that I'm putting together. Why would I put together a band? I don't play or sing.
Odd. You want to do another tune for us, Patrick?
Another one?
Yeah. I just want to hang out. The end of the show. It's Friday. Relax. Hear some great music.
I don't know. Should I maybe something that might appeal to Fez? I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
Well, try to win me over.
Your song, Fez.
My guitar is not staying in tune
it is.
today.
Yeah, it is.
It is not.
Check the inside for a cannoli. Maybe someone slipped one in there.
Yeah, maybe you did, Fez.
Uh-oh, you two. All right, while you're trying to get it back into tune, let me check here online. We got Eastside Dave calling in. And there we go. Eastside, how you doing, buddy?
99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Oh.
Well, it sounds better than my out-of-tune guitar.
Yeah.
We're having a great road trip, except, of course, there's a big empty spot, Mr. B.
Yeah.
Fez Watley.
Where exactly are you right now?
Right now, we just got to the tuxedo shop, and I gotta tell you, my brother Patrick has decided to move to my other brother's car because he's miffed that Fez stood him up.
I can understand that, yeah.
He's a little pissed off, and I'm going to try and, get these two lovebirds back together, but the problem is, my brother Patrick he feels like Fez doesn't like him, doesn't know, doesn't want him at all. Be friends.
You know what, here's the thing, Dave, thanks for going on forever, but why don't we do this, because it was very odd not having you in here today.
Yeah.
Why don't you take next week off as well?
Oh, I don't want to do that, Mr. B.
Totally paid. You and your chick go anywhere you like to go.
Oh, I'd appreciate it maybe being allowed to come back to work, if that's possible at all. I've been listening to the show. It's been fantastic.
Killing without you, yeah.
I know it's been one of the more relaxing ones.
Yeah.
Other than Fat Opie showing up.
Yeah, and Fez sounds terrific, but, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Why didn't you go with him, Fez?
I couldn't imagine. I didn't want to go over that big bridge, the Memorial Bridge. I didn't want to be locked in the car with these people and spend a weekend with them.
My mom baked extra potato salad for you, Fez.
Baked potato salad?
There's another reason.
That's the grossest thing I've ever heard in my life.
And the fact that they've been on the road for hours, and they're still only down to 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
Well, we started from 1,000. What do you want? We're big drinkers in this family. First of all, she had another a chocolate cake that she made, Fez. And
good, in case you get a flat.
Jeez, I was hoping there'd be another fight on this show.
I don't see the thing of attacking my family when we're extending our hands out.
But here's the thing. I found out today Pitsy's 10 times better than you.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
I'm getting notes during this show. I'm getting heads up.
I try to give you notes,
but
they usually wind up on my forehead.
Hey, what happened to Mike from Brooklyn? Why did he end up come back? He's afraid to come back inside after he thought during the commercial he was forced outside.
Oh, I thought he was still putting cannolis together.
His cannoli gimmick was he brought all the cream in a big bag, and then we get to make our own cannolis.
I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
What's that?
I don't want to overstep my boundaries here.
Yeah, of course, you're always welcome. Overstep. You made Polo have an awful day.
I got one last thing. We'll pay, if you take an Amtrak right down here, you'll get the red carpet treatment still. We'll still roll it out for you because you're Mr. Watley.
I am not going to be there for this horrible wedding.
I drove in today. I'll drive you down there right after here.
You want to? Fez, road trip?
Right in the car.
No, I don't want to go on a road trip.
My chick's gone this weekend. I got nothing to do. Party Fest.
You want me to dump a little pot in an envelope for you guys?
No.
My brother's bride-to-be is going to have a special veg, sandwich, just with your name written all over it.
A veg sandwich? What's that mean? She fucks two retards?
Yeah. And
it's
another
the bachelorette party.
My brother wanted you to know, Fez, that just because you're not coming doesn't mean you still don't owe him a wedding gift. So just remember that, okay?
Send him something nice, Fez.
Yeah, maybe another turkey rotisserie.
Well?
Can't have enough of those. Set it and forget it.
The guy likes white meats. What am I supposed to do about it?
Let me talk to West Side.
Is that a good idea?
Yes, please.
There's a couple things I want to tell her.
Okay, I have my mic right here, Mr. B.
Yeah.
Any type of turbulence goes on,
yeah.
We're shutting the whole thing down. All right, here, Claire. He wants to talk to you.
Mr. Ronnie.
How are you, darling?
I'm good.
Listen, if you want me to call the police, cough.
What'd you say?
If you want me to call the police, just cough.
Okay.
Is that a laugh or a cough?
Do you want to get out of this? Has he taken you against your will?
No, he's not taking me against my will necessarily, no.
Too bad for you. Hey, what is the rest of the family like?
Oh, my goodness. They're all as different as can be.
Oh, God.
It's interesting seeing all the brothers together. I love it.
4 different fathers.
No,
and mothers.
Same fathers.
That's how distant their family is.
That's the trick, really.
Yeah. That's why they're not so close.
They're the Dudley boys.
No. It's good.
All right, honey.
It's good. Nice talking to you, Mr. B. And Fezzy, I wish you were here, buddy.
Yeah, Fezzy, why don't you go?
Yeah, to have a human to talk to.
Mike from Brooklyn would love to take you down.
I'm not going anywhere. She's in this car like Elizabeth Smart. We're going to find her in a burqa wandering around Delaware.
You want me to give you guys about 6 black beauties like the old days? You make it through the night?
No, I drive drunk great.
Oh, no.
All right, talk to you later, Westy.
All right, Ronnie.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy the wedding.
She's such a sweet young lady.
I'm sure they don't go through with it.
I don't know what she's doing with Dave. In all honesty, I have no idea.
She could do 1,000,000,000 times better. At a homeless shelter.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you doing, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm really enjoying Patrick being there, and I'm hoping you're going to be making a soundboard for the unfortunate days that he can't make it there.
I would love to have a soundboard, Patrick. Finally, after all these years, I feel like I'm starting to find out what I'm supposedly doing with my life.
Well, you do a show with me.
Yeah, I know. But I was thinking now, I start to work straight to heterosexuals. Become part of that.
Life's formula couldn't be any easier for you.
Hang around with cool musicians.
You mean like Patrick?
Yeah.
Oh, I doubt it. I'm really doubting the cool factor there.
TJ, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, I was just wondering where I can get my PAT card to support Patrick.
Oh, yeah, your PAT cards. They are available online right now.
There will be no PAT cards.
Hey, the new band, Patrick, do you have a name for them yet? Or?
Actually, no. The name that I was going to use got nixed.
What was that?
Well, I don't know if I should say because it got nixed.
Oh, yeah, because somebody else will pick it up now? Yeah, hold on to it.
Supernova?
I'm going to tell you right now, a good name matters. Worst name ever? Eggplant Queens. The guys could do so much better without that stupid name.
Yeah, they're playing in Levittown next week, too.
In Levittown? All right, so they are on the road. Okay.
Yeah. No, the gig is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's not exactly the Beatles in Hamburg, but it's the Eggplant Queens in Levittown. You go to a lot of their shows?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Levittown wouldn't be a bad name for a band.
I used to go. They stopped inviting me. They just shut it down.
Huh. Maybe you can go to the Silver Pest Submarine Band.
Where's that coming from? It's not even making sense.
Maybe that's what we'll call it.
Here's Doug from the future. Doug, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I'm calling from 6 months from now. I'd like to congratulate everybody. ELO just announced the new Ron and Pat channel on XM.
Thank you. It finally happened. We've been waiting.
Don't you do it, ELO.
Yeah.
Don't you do it.
Cameron, you're on Ron and Fez.
I was just wanting to call and say what a great show we're having about Dave today, and then you kind of drug it down past 5 minutes.
You know what? When Dave called in, the worst thing Dave could ever have done is to let us know what life was like without Dave.
Just one day. It's all it took.
Earl, you look so much more laid back, calm.
Feel like $1 million.
Yeah, and look like it.
Thank you.
He's like Wally Pipp, and I'm like Lou Gehrig, just ready
You're something
to
else, Pitsy. You are. You're the Iron Horse, my friend.
Has he not been feeling well? He thinks he's Lou Gehrig.
Did they call him the Iron Horse or just the Iron Man?
Iron Horse.
All right, good. Because when I said it, then I thought, wait a minute, that's what an Indian's called a train. I had no idea what I was doing.
Crazy Indians.
Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fezzy, how you doing?
Good, buddy.
Just chilling out. How you been? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Nice. I just started to call, say what's up. I love the show. I've been checking out. You know, this is Josh from the show, Supernova.
Josh from Supernova. Do you know him, Fez?
Oh, from this last episode.
Yeah, I was the one that got booted. Remember episode 7? The double elimination.
I got to tell you the truth. I've never been a big Supernova fan.
Whoa! I thought Fezzy was. I thought I'd give it a shot. Because you had Ryan. Didn't you have Ryan come in there and do some tracks for you?
Yeah, I think it was O&A who had him on.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is not the Supernova show.
Oh, man. No, that's fine. I don't want it to be the Supernova show. I just wanted to come in and say I love the show and what up. And,
all right, Josh. Best of luck to you.
Thanks, brother.
All right, take care.
Now you know why you got booted.
Yeah, Josh from Supernova.
Tried to pull a John Mayer.
Not exactly. I saw a couple episodes.
Well, I watched to see Jill Joya.
Wow.
And then once she was gone, I was pretty much done with it.
Hey, would you guys consider having Josh from Supernova in your band, the new Pest band?
I don't know. I'd have to hear him.
All right. So you not a big Supernova fan either?
Haven't watched it.
Watch it all.
Dawn's mom's a big fan.
Is she?
Yeah.
All right, well, let her know you met Josh today.
Yeah, I will.
She should be excited about it.
She'll be thrilled, I'm sure.
And
why don't you stay away from that family? You're not welcome there anymore.
Should be interesting for you if you ever get the opportunity to meet Don's mom, since you don't know her.
Well, maybe I'm not welcome around the family.
You are welcome to Thanksgiving for the beatdown.
Yeah, I'm welcome to walk into a Thanksgiving Day trap. Here, sit down, watch the Macy's Day Parade. Next thing you know, I'm bleeding out my ear.
Now, Fez, you told us before that that Joe and Anthony don't like you because you're not Italian, and yet I notice Patrick's not Italian.
No.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of scam or angle he's running.
None. East Side, you called back already?
Yeah, well, I just want to say, you guys are touting Pitsy. If the East Side's in the house, there's no way Josh gets through. What was that? What was that nonsense?
Get off the phone. Josh is a good guy.
Yeah, go to your wedding.
Supernova. He got kicked off in the double elimination. If everybody remembers, week 7.
Man, that was a dramatic week.
Shocker.
Yeah.
I never thought Josh would leave.
Who saw that one coming?
Well.
Actually, no one.
What are O&A having a lot of Supernova guys on their show?
I guess they had Ryan Starr on.
I'm glad they took a 3-day weekend. They need to relax. Sometimes you get a little crazy. You start to do things you're not used to.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I've done
You
this
get
thing.
so tired.
I know. You don't even know what you're doing anymore. All right, Patrick, you're back in tune. You got another song for us? This one goes.
Tune, yeah.
Yeah, this one goes out to Josh from Supernova.
Okay. Actually, I was thinking send it out to Dawn.
Oh, one to Dawn. Sorry, Josh.
You got some nerve. Any word?
Did I wake you up again, talking in my sleep, unfamiliar afternoon. We were out for a little while, voices from the street, sunlight in a rented room. I don't know how you get me lost, forgotten where I'm running from. And I have found you get me lost, and I don't care where we're I'll follow you to your cloud, we'll meet you underground, take me with you either way. What if we'd never met, you lead me to forget what I was about to say. I'm turned around, you get me lost, directions wrong, way unknown. And I have found you get me lost, and I don't care where we're
Wrap it up.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Like someone put ball bearings in a clothes dryer, and they're just going round and round, making that noise.
Fantastic.
Ooh, I think I'm going to try that the next time I record.
And that one goes out to Dawn, huh? Your actual girlfriend.
Yeah, that's actually a kind of special song to us.
Sing all you want, Cha-Cha.
By a guy named Freddie Johnson.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
You're not going to get her back, that's for sure.
Get her back? He's never lost her.
Ronnie, I feel like I'm being kind of pushed in a corner here.
Uh-huh.
With Fat Opie Patrick here singing all these songs, throwing out dedications. I'm more than willing to do a song.
Oh, really? I'd love to hear you do a song.
Want me to do a song?
Sure, I just said yes.
I'll do this one. Limbaugh attacks Michael J. Fox. Maybe I should rush in with
a Fezzatorial.
Ronnie, I can do this myself.
Oh.
Well. Radio host Rush Limbaugh went after Michael J. Fox this week, accusing him of faking his Parkinson's disease symptoms. And I haven't seen anyone that much bigger than Michael J. Fox go after him since the time he cut in front of Tina Yothers at an NBC buffet. But what really takes my backside to the future is that Rush Limbaugh would accuse Michael J. Fox of faking his symptoms. Because, of course, that would make sense. In '98, Michael J. Fox announces he has Parkinson's and later walks away from his hit TV show. All so that 8 years later, he can get a big-hipped woman from Missouri with a bad bleach job and the fashion sense of Bruce Valanche elected to the U.S. Senate. Ya figured it out, Rush. Ya outfoxed the fox. He's not that sick. He's exploiting this for his own gain. I mean, how else would he have gotten to do 3 Stuart Little movies? Bastard. There's not a lot to gain by faking Parkinson's, Rush. It's not like faking a back pain so that you can go trick-or-treating to every doctor in West Palm Beach looking for OxyContin. And take so many of them that your eardrums eventually doze off. But what I like is that Michael J. Fox was attacked. I guess with Mr. Rogers gone, he was the most logical target. I can't wait for Rush's next show. Stevie Wonder. Really blind? This man would accuse Karen Carpenter of trying to sneak sandwiches. But you know, this whole thing reminds me of growing up in Pinellas Park, Florida. Ron, I can do it. Where family ties were the things you used to keep your retarded kids in the yard. But it was there that I remember Mother having an argument with our handyman and local conservative talk show host named Bobo. He was accusing her of going off some pill on purpose, too. She denied it, but then she kept screaming that she was late. I don't know what she could have been late for, but Wait a minute. My baby brother's really a baby Bobo. Great. Just great. Anywho, Ron, I guess there's plenty to attack Michael J. Fox about. Life with Mikey could start and stop that list. But having a neuro disorder probably shouldn't be on it at all. At least Michael J. Fox is taking the medicine he's supposed to be taking, not the stuff the maid was able to score. So let's support Michael J. Fox and let him know that we're here, we're queer, we will not disappear. This has been my Fezzatorial. Thank you. I can do my own thank yous, people.
All right, try to end it the way you want it to then.
All right, this has been my Fezzatorial.
Thank you.
I do the thank yous on that.
Oh. I thought we all did.
No, because no one sounds anything like me.
All right, that was a good patatorial. This time, Fezzy, you really gave it to the fat cats in Washington. You told them a thing or two.
This was a Fezzatorial where I was going after Rush Limbaugh for going after Michael J. Fox.
What was the funny voice you were doing?
That's my voice. There was no funny voice to that.
I thought it was a new gay character.
No, then no character.
All right, before we do get going today, one more time, Mr. Perfect.
Once again, take Notre Dame and the points against Navy. They're favored by 13.
You're giving up points.
Yes. They will win outright.
Oh, I'm so excited, but I'm so nervous.
The Fighting Irish from Notre Dame.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
That game is on noon tomorrow. Right out of the gate.
Mongo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fez, another great fill-in-the-blank comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mongo.
Well, it just seems like, BJ, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yo, Fez, it was a great Patty moment.
Patty moments.
We're not going to do Patty moments with Patrick. We do Catty moments on this show.
You want to go to that Eggplant's Queen show?
No, I don't want to go there.
When are they rocking Levittown? Sometime next week.
Thursday night.
Yeah. We got to be there for that, Fez.
And I apologize, Michael. I didn't look up the name of the place.
Why would you? Why would you?
Well, I will before I go. I will be there.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
You're going to have to eventually.
It's Levittown. I had no idea they had clubs.
Yeah, actually, the last time I saw them was in Levittown, too.
They seem to be big.
Club.
Yeah, they seem to be big in Levittown. I don't know how they're pulling it off.
I don't know.
Here's the Radio Shark. Shark, how you doing, pal?
Hey, Ronnie, what's up?
What do you say?
He hates it.
Hey, Davey. Davey, can you hear me? I'm talking from your radio right now. Have you ever had the urge to just drive the car off the road and into a tree? Just to feel what it would be like.
Pick goes nowhere.
Or how it would sound. The crush of steel.
Well, it could go off the road
screeching
into a
of the
tree.
rubber. It would be just like owning that BB gun when you had to shoot yourself just to feel how...
All right, Radio Shark. Sometimes they don't work. Here's Fab from the future. Fab, how are you, buddy?
Fine, you.
Yeah, good. What can we do
guys,
for...
love your show. Been listening for 10 years now. Who's this Fez guy?
Oh, Fez was the guy I used to do the show with. He was my middle partner in my career.
I will still be here 10 years from now, Fab. Is like Fab the most popular baby name in 10 years?
What do you think? That guy was 10 years old calling back?
Probably.
Yeah.
He sounded like his attitude. Yes.
Can I plug somebody?
I wish you would, Mike.
I got a friend of mine that plays, he's opened up a G-Love.
Mm-hmm.
He turned me on to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay.
It's,
God, it's solid gold in here anymore.
Go ahead. Who's rocking? Where's he rocking?
He's just getting back from California now. His name is Big D.
Uh-huh.
It's enormousd.com and MySpace, Don McCloskey.
All right, so what's Big D do?
He's just a singer-songwriter. He gets up with a guitar and plays and sings.
When you say Big D, do you mean Dallas?
No, Don.
Okay, yeah.
D is for Don.
Yeah. So Big D, and where do we go and check him out?
enormousd.com, and it's the MySpace, Don McCloskey. He's from Philly. He's a Philly guy.
He's a Philly guy, sure. I love it.
And,
he's got to stand in line behind Josh from Supernova.
We got Mike from Brooklyn throwing out plugs for people.
Well,
I love it.
He's a nice guy,
Seems like he's fantastic. And he opened for someone else. He's got to be great.
Well, I mean, he's got to start somewhere.
Sure, of course he does. Look at Fez. You got to start somewhere.
I've started.
Maybe it's not for you anymore.
I started years ago.
Yeah. Here's Aldo. Aldo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, this is Aldo Nova. I'd like to know if Patrick will be part of my band.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Sure.
Anything else you wanted to plug?
I got the name of the place in Levittown that the Eggplant Queens will be at, the Vintage Lounge.
Vintage Lounge.
Yeah.
And what time's the show?
Don't know.
Normally
9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, if it's a 9 o'clock show, I like to take my acid at 7 before I go and see them. I definitely want to peek when they come on stage. Certainly not before, certainly not after. We got something to plug tomorrow, Fezzy. We're giving up 1 hour of our best stuff and giving it to the Cosmic Circus.
It'll be the Cosmic Circus Paranoid doing an hour of the replay Saturday, 2 p.m. in the East.
All right, and new ending song. Since really all this has come together because of her, here's Dawn is going to end the show for us today.
I like this.
Fuzzy, I just have one thing for you. Listen close.
What's that?
Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. I found you sitting on a suitcase crying. Beneath my feet, I feel the rumble of a subway train. Yeah. I laugh out loud 'cause it's the one thing I haven't been trying. Yeah. The train came in restless, the passengers breathless. He said,
there's 7 dicks in my ass, and there's always room for 8.
You got
Ron,
to get
it's
going.
cock
You
time.
gotta get going. Hey,
Nothing's better than 6-year-old balls.
Going down for no one. It's a carnival call.
I pissed my pants, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Ronnie, don't do
It
that.
sounds like a song, hits you like scripture.
Time out, my bung is dripping. I'm gonna ruin this.
Please from your hands. Once you get hit, you just climb on the merry-go-round. You know the world ain't slowing down. That was for you, Fez.
That was so beautiful. Thank you, my Dee Dee Rocks.
Ron Bennington, Fez Watley, The Ron and Fez Show. XM 202.